Hit that button right there. Uh-oh, I just saw the thing go yellow. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you guys. Welcome aboard. All that good stuff. Approaching minimum is good to see you. Connor, welcome aboard. So, yeah, I've been under the weather. So, for those of you guys that came out on Friday and hung around for the vodcast, I had a really good time with that. That was actually quite a lot of fun, just to kind of kick back and talk to people for an evening. Yeah, so I was out for the count. On Friday. Like, I probably could have streamed, but like I was coughing a lot and I was clearing my throat. It was all sorts of just not good things. And nobody wants to sit there and listen to me do that for 3 or 4 hours. It just wouldn't be fun. So I made the decision to cancel the stream, but we ran a vodcast per Crazy Diamond's suggestion. It ended up being a pretty good one because we had probably 80 some odd people that came out and hung out for most of the evening. And I made it all the way until not quite to the end, but I definitely made it a good long while on the vodcast there. So it was a hell of a lot of fun. But I promised we'd be here today, so we're here. It's a Sunday afternoon. I just had lunch with my wife's family, and it was pleasant. It was a good time. Yesterday I was sick on a dog too. I had a sinus headache all day, and it was nasty, and it just wasn't good. So I'm happy today to be up and around and doing stuff and feeling a little bit better. But Hankman11 here for 4 months. Man, he says thanks for all the awesome streams. Hankman11, thank you for your support. Cheers, my friend. Cheers with tea today. John Tiki, finally able to catch a stream. Keep up the good work. Love from Sweden. John, thank you. Jonte, is it Jonte? Oh my God, I'm never that. You're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to tell me how to say that one. But thank you very much for your support, man. Cheers, I appreciate it. The blue sky, yes sir. We got European times. Chili Fry, good to see you. Flight Sci Tech, welcome. Flight Logic, welcome aboard, Tyler. My Cessna Sim Project, good to see you, man. Tom, I was just telling the stream, I've been out for the count all weekend, so I got your email. I just haven't had a chance to get back to you, man. GHP88, good to see you, man. Padawan, welcome aboard. Stealth Bob, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday to both Bob and Matthew. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Bob and his lovely young son hung out all weekend and did man things. It sounded like a pretty good time. I was actually a little bit jealous, Rocky Mountain Fly, good to see you, man. Blackout Delta Foxtrot, happy Sunday, man. Tigers 1904, welcome aboard. And welcome aboard. Rather than telling me how to say his name, he just says sounds good. Well, I appreciate it, man. HD Hunter, good to see you. Yeah, it's okay, man. Joe's SM, good to see you, man. Is there any way to completely turn off failures in the 767-300ER? Yes, turn off challenge mode. Turn off challenge mode and then disable the X-plane failures as well. So we're here. It's a Sunday. We're gonna do some flying today. So PilotEdge just opened up a couple of new fields for us, a few new fields, and we're going to go fly them today. As far as scenery goes, this is not really going to be an interesting stream. The two fields that we're flying to, so the two of the three fields, I don't have any ortho photo out there. I was going to generate it yesterday, but it kind of felt like poo and didn't do it. So I don't have any ortho photo, and I don't think I have any scenery at the last one. So Amarillo, we're going to land into default ground textures and a completely flat, wide open airport. But it should still be a good one nonetheless. So PilotEdge just opened up 3 new fields last weekend for the Western expansion. We'll talk about those real quick. Four Corners Regionals, which is where we're taking off out of. Cooperfish 2002, MD-80 on a Sunday, can't go wrong. Indeed, man. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. So yeah, Four Corners Regional is going to be our first stop of the night, and that's where we're starting at today. Freshly opened. I don't know what to expect out of it. It's an airport in the middle of the damn desert. It's at 5,500 feet, so I'm sure that this thing is going to struggle to get itself off the ground. The second place we're heading out to then is not Fort Bliss, but El Paso, Texas. El Paso is right there on the Mexican border. I'm sure that won't cause us any struggles whatsoever once we get down there. But El Paso is where we're heading through. We'll make the turn in El Paso, and then we're going to make our way up to Amarillo. So PilotEdge is slowly expanding their airport list. This was an interesting one to plan out here. Now, we'll talk about that here in a second. But PilotEdge is slowly expanding out the list, and I promised Keith too I would talk. Well, I didn't promise him, but I will talk about the Western U.S. They announced can now be a standalone package. So if you don't want to fly in L.A., you can subscribe to just the Western U.S. for I believe $20 a month. So if anybody's like holding out on should I do it or should I not? Like if you want to have a big area to fly in and you don't want to deal with SoCal at all, you can just do that. More information over on PilotEdge's site. That's my corporate shill moment of the day. I have not received any money, nor have I received any compensation to say that. I just think it's a great service, and everybody should check it out. So Yeah, those are the 3 airports we're going to go to. And this is the airplane we're going to fly, the Rotate MD-80. This just, version 1.31, if I recall, just came out officially a couple of days ago. And made some changes. I don't actually know what all the changes are. Rotate did, I was in the beta program, I didn't have a chance to test this one. And Rotate did send me a list of all the things that were changed, and it's substantial, we'll put it that way. For a 0.1 update, it's quite substantial. So we'll be in this guy, and I'm sure that the high altitude nature of this airport won't cause us any problems at all. Not to mention the fact that I'm sure it's hotter than hell out here too. Aero Guitarist, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. Appreciate it, buddy. Chemo, good to see you, man. I'm feeling better. No freeware scenery. There's no freeware scenery for Amarillo, no. I'm running some ice scenery down in El Paso, and I think this is this scenery at Four Corners is this is off of the Gateway. So we've got free scenery here, and we got free scenery at the turn, but there's nothing for Amarillo that I could find. Nothing at all. Get to the money, he says. I don't know what that means. Illinois Simmer, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday. Did I miss any? I have updated to 1.31, yes. PilotEdge is like $20 a month. I don't know. Go to the link go to that link there. Check it out. PBR for the MD now. Yeah, I think the PBR stuff is in. It does look pretty good. Oh no. It doesn't have any of my, none of my cameras are. Okay, well, this is the Rotate MD-80. And we've flown this thing a lot on the stream, so I'm not going to have to talk too much about it, but I'm going to have to set all of my cameras again because for whatever reason, they don't exist. So those, 1, 2. If you're looking for help on setting up cameras, there's a brilliant tutorial on my YouTube page. youtube.com/Catstrator. So we'll do this here. We'll set the overhead panel up. So there's that. And we'll come down here and get the FMC in. And there is that. And then we're going to set the dash cam up here. Bring that back. Nope, back just a touch. That one looks good right there. Set that to that. And then we'll do the over-the-shoulder view, like so. Set that to that. Whoops. Nope, I overwrote one of them. I got to set this one again. I thought that I copied my preferences file over, but I guess I forgot to. It's all right, though. It happens. We'll come back here. We'll set some wing views up. Gonna get right on that wing. Yeah, right there. How's that look? Oh, yeah. Nope, we'll get ourselves to window level right there. Set that up. That'll be the left wing view. And then we'll come over here and set the right wing view up. And then I think we're good to go. Oh, I gotta do the 2 outside views too. I apologize too if I sound a little congested. Like I said, I've been feeling under the weather. The holiday barbecues that I'm sure we're going to talk about in great detail have left me afflicted. And yeah, it's been quite the week. Let's put it that way. Why are my reversers out? Okay, we'll set that one. I'm just going through and setting all my views up. You guys can bear with me on this. All right, 4, 6, 8, 7, 9, 1, 0, 3, 5, 2. Perfect. Got our views going. Okay, so we've flown this thing a lot of times. Okay, there's not really anything. It's not really anything that should remain a mystery about this plane at this point. Devious too, good to see, man. Jay Patel, welcome aboard. So, is it Friday already? This week went fast. I know, man. I know. Well, we missed Friday this week, so here we are. So, what was the? Okay, I don't like that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and get this thing started up. I don't know if anybody has any questions about turning this on. Let me know, but. Otherwise, here we go. Kahoo01, thank you very much for your support. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers, my friend. It's tea, not beer. But it works anyway. It's either the husky post-flu voice or it's the new audio setup bringing things. So I fixed the audio, too. So the audio is going to help out. And then, yeah, I think there might be some husky, like, a little bit of phlegm left in there from all the cigarettes I smoked over the weekend voice going. Get my Batman voice out. They killed my parents, but I'm coming back for them now. Okay, so we'll turn all of the generators on, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will then turn the start pump on, and let's get the battery going. So the battery switch is here. Move that to the on position. We should start to see some lights coming up. We're just going to go straight to the APU. So we'll bring the APU down here. Move the APU to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. APU is starting, so we'll start to see this guy come up. So we're just going to stare at the overhead panel here for a second. We'll know that thing's on because we will see the APU electrical bus come on board, and we'll start to hear this thing come to life a little bit. Until then, take a drink. Oh, Bigfoot, I think the 45-minute timer starts as soon as I go live. So we're already 10.5 minutes into the 45-minute timer. But with any luck, we won't have any problems today. With any luck, we won't have any problems today. Things will go super smooth, and we won't have to worry about it. Of course, that's not going to happen. Kahu01, good to see you, man. Steel Gamer 27, welcome aboard. Anybody else I've missed, welcome aboard, too. Just in case you need a new whiskey today. Yeah, I thought about the whiskey. I actually had myself a martini on Friday while I was watching the stream, and I immediately regretted that decision. Immediately regretted that decision. All right, so we got APU on. APU is online. APU power looks good. EGT, APU, okay, all that stuff's fantastic. So turn the start pump off, and we'll start moving through this sucker. So we'll leave one fuel pump on, arm the emergency exit lights, and turn on the no smoking lights. Leave off the seatbelt sign. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. APU bleed can come on. And with the APU bleed coming on, we'll bring open both of the cross feeds. Back to the overhead panel here. We'll put our IRSs into nav mode. 1, 2. I'm not sure that this one does anything, but it at least it lights up now. There is a button here for overhead lights. Panel lights, digital lights on. That didn't actually do anything, did it? I don't remember where the oh, here they go. There's the panel lights for the overhead, so we can see it a little bit better there. Cockpit lights, standby lights, thunderstorm, cockpit, don't care about that. Logo light can come on. You guys can stay off. Yaw damper can go on. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Go ahead and turn the air supply on here. Start getting some air moving in here. I don't know if it's really making much noise. I don't know, I don't recall exactly what sounds and whatnot are modeled in this thing. But the overhead panel looks good now. So we'll come to the FMC. Bring the brightness up here. My brain's dead. Position it. So we are at KFMN. FMN. Grab you, put you down there. Start the alignment process. And we'll turn the brightness up on that guy. Turn the brightness up on that guy. Fantastic. So we'll let the alignment do all of its stuff. And yeah. So I want to talk about the flight plan real quick. This was kind of a weird one to put together. So to put this flight plan together, I ended up we're gonna fly a standard departure here, but we kind of had to fly, like, jaunt ourselves around here. I don't know if we're actually had to do this or if we've actually had to do this, but like there's a MOA and there's some restricted airspace that we're trying to avoid as we're coming into El Paso. So the only way for me to get down to the arrival streams for El Paso was to go through that space or to basically go east of it. So what I've done here is I put together a plan that essentially free flows us on the Chaco 1 departure to Chaco. And then we're going to fly to the Lord intersection, which is near Albuquerque. And then we're going to fly to the, the Socorro VOR. And from there, we're going to fly direct down to Slink. And once we hit Slink, then we'll be on the Wasco 1 arrival coming into El Paso. So this whole area right here is a MOA with some restricted airspace in the middle of it. So I'm just like, I mean, PilotEdge doesn't simulate MOAs necessarily, but like in the real world, I don't think you would not fly directly over those, like you wouldn't plan to fly through those MOAs. So we're not going to just use the call sign ammo 717. We can go right through. That's right. Janet 717 or something like that. Master Matt, good to see you, man. Cody LV, good to see you. Putty Za, welcome aboard. Anybody else I've missed here? So yeah, Crazy Diamond, good to see, man. Crazy Diamond has lived in Socorro. Interesting. Is there anything out there? I just have a feeling this is going to be a whole lot of nothing that we're going to see today. Can you do a belly side view so we can see the landing gear when you land? I mean, I have this one here that you'll be able to see. But I don't really do the outside view when we pop the gear out because I'm usually flying by hand at that point. Okay, so we are ready to call up and get some clearance. So we'll call clearance up, let me get my pen and my paper out. Move that out of the way too, because it's popping a little bit there. So we'll call clearance up here, figure out what we got to do to get out of this airport, and then we'll go from there. So we're flying as Delta 717 today. We're going to be flying from what do they actually call this thing? Four Corners? Four Corners to El Paso. Farmington. So we're going to call it Farmington, and we're going to fly down to El Paso. Perfect. Actually, we're at the terminal. Like, technically, there's a terminal right here. You never would have guessed that was the case. But I guess you can kind of see so because of the little loop there. But this is where the terminal would be at. For this rinky-dink airport where there's nothing going on. The video is buffering. Yeah, it looks like there's some actually there's no drop frames coming through, so if it's buffering you might need to push the quality down a touch. Hopkins C, this is a very good looking plane, yeah. Daniel, good to see you, man. We're flying down to El Paso today. Okay, so we're gonna be at Farmington, which is FMN, down to ELP. Craft. That all up right there. Great. There is no clearance frequency, but there is ground 121.7, so we'll tune that in. So 21.7 right there. And let's see if it works. Cross your fingers, hope it functions. Show me as 21.8. Oh yeah, right. Okay. Alright, cool. I don't see any reason why it won't work when we actually start. Let's make sure this is going to function. TC, go to the PilotEdge, plug in. I haven't flown on PilotEdge for a while. Okay, so it should be on the right audio output. So we'll see what happens when we talk here. Set. Okay, we're going to call up Farmington Ground. We're going to get clearance to El Paso. Farmington Ground, good afternoon. Delta 717, IFR to El Paso.
Reach on.
Nice timing.
Reach on.
Real nice timing. We'll get you here in a second, Ian. Oh, you piece of crap. It changed my devices here. Oh, am I gonna have to restart now? Okay. Well, so yeah, my recording device has changed on my PC because that happens, and as a result, he didn't hear anything I just said. So let's try this again.
375 Delta Sierra Amarillo Airport, 12 o'clock, 17 miles report today.
It's coming through awfully quiet, I think.
Executive grounds, American 572 near the tower, taxi with Mike.
American 572 executive ground.
All right, let's try this again.
Taxi via Charlie November Delta cross runway 12.
They use they use TeamSpeak in the background.
November Delta, and we'll cross 12.
They use TeamSpeak.
We're 5 Delta Sierra code visible approach runway 4, contact Amarillo Tower.
Farmington Ground, Delta 717, IFR to El Paso. I actually don't think this is going to work.
Delta 717, Farmington Ground, clear to El Paso Airport, Taco 1 departure, Taco intersection, then is filed. Maintain 1000, expect level 330, 1 minutes after departure, departure frequency 118.57, squawk 6174.
Go to the El Paso Airport. Chaco 1 departure. Chaco is filed. 11,000 on departure. Level 330 within 10. Departure 118.57. Squawk 6174 for Delta 717.
That was a 717, read back correct.
All right. We're good to go. Get the sucker programmed up. All right, departing and arriving. Departing from FMN. Actually, we're going to go to route page first. FMN, heading out to El Paso, KELP. Is that coming through super dark on the screen? It might be, but I can't do much about it. Oh, yeah, Mr. Servant, Ian. Ian, thank you very much for 6 months of support, man. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. Ian's a good dude. Mr. Servant brought a whole bunch of his gear down to Flight Sim Con and was doing a side broadcast showing what was going on from our from the side of the from the side of the broadcast booth there, if you want to call it that. It was a good time. All right, departing out of FMN on the Chaco one. We're going to plan for... Oh my gosh, what should we plan for runway-wise?
Retard.
I don't know what the winds are. The Garage Gamer 98 here for 2 months. He says, best streamer, man. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. Streaming, says Ian. Yeah. Garage Man Gamer, thank you very much for your continued support, though. Cheers. Okay, so as far as runways go, they're both kind of the same. Winds are 2105. So we're going to say that the preference is probably going to be for 2-3. So that's what I'm going to plan for is 2-3. It doesn't really matter what we do. For Mike Romeo here for 3 months. Enjoy your race to see. Hey, Cat and chat. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, sir. Happy Sunday. Cheers. Evan W. Good to see you, man. Happy Sunday to you. Anybody else I've missed? Dude, if I talk and I rub my hands together, I bet that doesn't get annoying at all. All right. Execute that. Hop on over to the route page. Go to the next page. Oh, nope. After Chaco comes Lorat. R-A-T. After Lorat comes O-N-M. After Oscar November Mike comes Slink, S-L-N-N-K. Execute that. Go to the arrival page. Arriving into KELP, we're going to plan for the Wasco one from Slink. And we're not going to put an approach or anything in until we get a little closer, so execute that. Go to the legs page here. Make sure we got no discontinuities. No? Okay, great. I do want to check on the arrival coming in here, so let's get the departure programmed first. Our departure pulled up, the Chaco one.
Retard.
Over there. I am Marcus. Thank you very much for 4 months of support, sir. Cheers. Appreciate it, buddy. Blake C, good to see you, dude. I am feeling better. Thank you very much, Blake. Yeah, it's been I had a monster. I'll probably talk about this a lot today, but I had a monster headache yesterday, and then I've just been super congested all week. You can tell I still got my Batman voice going a little bit here, but I'm feeling way better today than I was previously. So that was good. Okay, so Slink, Bodie, Secb, above. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, fantastic. So let's get all the altitude. I just wanted to make sure the altitudes were programmed in here properly. Some of these FMCs, when you go to do altitudes, it doesn't do between altitudes very well. Like if you try to do a between altitude, it just says like here's the top altitude and stay above that. So the VNAV gets all screwed up on those. So I couldn't remember if this was one of those planes or not. But it looks like this one's actually handling it correctly. However, we are going to brief this departure, talk about what's going on here. Let's pop outside the plane here while we do that. Turn it down just a touch. All right, we're going to be flying the Chaco 1 departure out of the Farmington Airport. The Chaco 1 departure says, from either runway, we're going to make a left turn to heading 130 to intercept the 192 radial coming off the Rattlesnake VOR. So we're going to tune Rattlesnake into VOR 1, or into Nav 1, and the 192 radial into course. We'll program 130 into the heading. We're going to take that then until we reach the Chaco intersection, at which point we're going to move on to our LNAV flight plan, where we'll be flying point to point. So that's an easy one. So let's come back inside the cockpit here. And we'll turn the iPad off. For anybody asking, that was 4Flight. You can get that at 4flight.com. Because people always ask me what the app is. 4Flight. That's what the app is. So we'll pop in here and we will set our nav radios up. So we want to tune into the Rattlesnake VOR at 115.3. That's up here. So 115.3. And we'll tune in a course of 192. 192. I shouldn't do that. That's gonna rattle my voice pretty good. So 192 right there, 192 right there, and then we'll set ourselves to if I do arc and then I say VOR loc, will that work? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's, oh yeah, I think it's got the VOR programmed in here, so we should be okay there. Okay, then we're gonna want to get people and gas on here so we can finish the perf stuff. So let's go check out SimBrief, see what it tells me to do. SimBrief is telling me we want to put people and fuel on board. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Weight and balance. So first of all, block fuel is going to be 20,615 pounds. So total fuel is 20,000. That's close enough. Let's go just a little bit more. There you go. Oh, that's a lot. There we go. We'll go with that one right there. 21,000 pounds is fine. And as far as our weights go, we want to have a total weight of approximately 136,000. So we'll go with 140 on the total weight. About right there. Looks good. Okay, fantastic. Good there, good there. Pop on down here. Go to the inner ref page. And actually, we're going to go to the menu. Aircraft management. We're going to change this to pounds, because that's important. And we'll just pop all this stuff in. Gross weight's good. That's good. Our reserve fuel today is going to be... Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? 5.7. 5.7 on the reserve. Cost index. They just gave me a Mach number. So ooh, that's a high Mach number too. So let's say 90 in the cost index. See if we can push this thing a little bit on the fast side. What do you say? Huh? Huh? Yeah. A very optimistic 33,000 feet that we probably won't make. Yeah, 32 is what it's telling me the max is. Whatever, dude. All right, we're going to pop in 31,000 here. Because the plane doesn't think we'll make it to 33. The pilot also doesn't think we'll make it to 33,000 feet either. So what'll happen is I'll just ask for 30. I'll ask for 31 instead of 33 once we're in the climb. Okay, cruise winds coming off of this. We're looking at 359 at 12. So 359/12. ISA deviation is going to be positive 11. And that's good there. We go to the takeoff page, the outside air temperature. We're probably not going to... Oh, yeah. Actually, we'll just put whatever the current temperature is. 24 Celsius. We're gonna toga this one, okay? We're definitely going to toga this takeoff because I think it would be an unwise decision for us not to. Our center of gravity is at 0%. And pop some speeds in there for now. But those speeds, we'll have to come back and revisit those speeds here because those are the flapless speeds. We'll execute what we've got so far and go from there. So we'll take care of the speeds here. Once we drop our flaps, then we can finish up all the overhead stuff. Great. Let's set the trim real quick. So center of gravity of 0. Flaps, we're going to take off with flaps 15. That's going to bring our trim down to here. It's really not making that noise very loud, is it? Artataran, good to see you, Rod. Happy Sunday, my man. Pat Dog 35, happy Sunday to you, sir. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, so yeah, like Ian says, 4Flight's great if you're doing real world stuff. Otherwise, just use SkyVector. That's good tea right there. That's real good tea. Okay, so we got our trim set up now. And I think... Oh, yeah, we need to set the glare shield up. So the initial altitude we're going to is 11,000 feet. 11,000. The speed we'll set here in a moment. We're going to fly the 130 heading as per the star. Or the SID, I should say. And we'll set the glare shield up once we're ready to start taxiing. We'll finish the configuration there because I have to do some stuff. Okay, so that's good. We'll set the squawk code down here. We're going to be squawking 6174. 6, 1, 7, 4, 4. You can hear my air conditioner in the background when I do that. Can't do anything about that. All right, we'll put ourselves into Squawk and Charlie. We're good to go. All right, let's get this thing turned on and get out of here. What do you guys say? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, fantastic. So let's make sure the brake is set. Parking brake is set. We'll just go ahead and turn the hydraulics on. We're just going to crank both engines here at the gate, because why the hell not? Hydraulics can all come on. Overhead panel here. We'll go fuel pumps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 pumps are on. We will go ahead and shut off the packs. 1, 2, or 2, 1. Turn on the no smoking, or no, the no seatbelt sign is now on. Check my sounds real quick too. It seems like it's real quiet right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just turn all that stuff off. Oh yeah, that's better. That's way better. We may have to turn the exterior sounds down once we get this thing going, but yeah, I wonder why the sounds were so quiet. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with engine number 2. So we will bring the starter switch off, go to system B today, starting engine number 2. We have an N2 rotation. Oh, hang on. Turn this guy off too. Make sure the mixture's off, because that causes problems with planes. So we have N2 rotation. I'm assuming we have enough PSIs to get these things going. Didn't even think to check. There's 20%. Oh, wait. My fuel was already on. We may have just hot start. Well, we didn't actually hot start the engine, but we should have, because the fuel, because of the way the mixtures were set, the fuel was already on. It happens. Whatever. No, Guitarist, we'll see you, man. Rudyism, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday. Gracie Diamond, welcome aboard. Dan in Vermont, happy Sunday, sir. Dr. D66, welcome aboard. Everybody else, Iowa Flyer, welcome aboard. Everybody else I missed, good to see you guys too. All right, we should have verified the state of the fuel pumps there, or the fuel levers. But hey, whatever. It's a simulator. One good engine. Let's make it 2. Good engine. Oh, we're always wasting fuel, man. Boy, we always bring extra. Into rotation on engine number 1. Checklist. Give me a checklist. Firehawk Sim, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday, sir. I love having in the streams. There we go. All right. High altitude airports, man. Engines do not want to start. I'm glad to be back in the CWBS. Good to see you, man. McCaff, welcome aboard. Squarehead, welcome aboard. Happy Friday, guys. Or happy Sunday, guys. Okay. 2 good engines with that click right there. So AP power is available. We can go ahead and shut off you, and you. That's good. That's good. We can turn the APU air off. Bring the bleeds back on. Or bring the packs back on. We can turn the APU off. Overhead panel now is fantastic. Let's go with flaps 15. We'll give those flaps a second to come out here, and then we'll go do the rest of our glare shield and whatnot. Oh, I didn't turn any lights on, did I? All the lights come on. There we go. Okay, flaps are out, 15 indicated. So then we're going to come back down to the FMC. Click on the speed buttons right there, right there, right there. Holy crap. 143 for our V1 speed. We're going to toga this one. Execute that. Okay, so V2 is 150. We can work with that. So we'll bring our speed up to about 165. V2 plus 15. So that's a climb out speed. Going to enable vertical speed mode here initially. We'll set it for 1,500 feet to help us get our asses out of here. Eventually, we'll change that over to IS mode, but not right away. So we'll do 1,200 feet per minute there. And this is mostly for the flight director, just for my reference. 130 on the heading. We'll pull that out here. So we got heading select, vertical speed. Push that guy in. 110 on the altitude there, and then we'll have EPR for takeoff there. Okay, so we have all of our. This thing has a name, like the FMA or something. Whatever this thing is, it's now set correctly. So last thing we got to do is grab the weather, then call up ground, and we'll get out of here with 10 minutes to spare. Wait, no. Oh no, it's 42 minutes since we started. We're gonna miss 45 again. That's how it always goes. Okay, Farmington weather 2105, 10 mile visibility, clear skies, 31 Celsius, altimeter 3020. Holy crap. 3020 and 3020 is over there. Okay, let's do a flight control check. I can already tell you we're gonna want to turn the exterior sounds down, so let's just do that. Okay. Right rudder looks good. Left rudder looks good. Left aileron. Right aileron. Full back. Full forward. Delta's not happy with the performance. I'm still in probation. Good to see you, Chevy. Skygall, good to see you as well. You think you need to go packs off? Nah, dude, we can get out of here packs on. Not worried about that. Oh yeah, we do need to turn the pitot on. Pitot static keyed. Flight recorder will come on. Parking brakes are good to go. All right, let's go push that guy down. Let's get our radar on too. No, we won't really need the radar or the TCAS we might need. Weather radar we probably won't. And with that, let me get the airport diagram up here. So we are at the terminal. So we're basically at Juliet right now. Yeah, so we'll be at Juliet. We've got the weather. And ground is 21.7, which we have pumped in here. And tower is 18.9er. 18.9er, like that. Nope. We don't want to go to tower yet, though. Ground. All right, FMA, I got it right. All right, that's one today. Duck Notes, good to see you. Stu QPR, welcome aboard. Flight mode enunciator is what it stands for. Aha. Uh-oh. Rip. Farmington ground, Delta 717's at Juliet with the weather for taxi.
Delta 717 Farmington ground, runway 25, taxi via Alpha.
25 via Alpha, Delta 717. All right, pop out of here and we'll hang a right. Get some lights on. Extend the wing lights, not turn them on yet, though. Oh, that's the tower view. Error. South Carolina Gaming, good to see you, man. We're flying, dude. Well, we will be flying. Cole Hood says, stop the plane, let me aboard. Run! Let's see how well density altitude is simulated. Yeah, no kidding. What is the density altitude right now? Oh, God. Let's do this. Let's figure this out. By figured out, let's open the E6B up. Okay, functions. Pressure, density, altitude. So we're showing 5485. The barometric pressure is currently 3020. And the outside temperature 26. That gives us a density altitude of 7,844. One has to wonder if this is actually going to be on the charts. Alright, let me get the right plate up here. Sure, we got you. Take as much runway as we can get here. Oh, there's the hold short line. Okay, let's do lights on. And we'll go to tower. Tower's 18.9er, departure's 18.57. 18.57. Okay. Farmington Tower, Delta 717's holding short runway 25.
Delta 717, Farmington Tower runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff runway 25, Delta 717. All right, lights. Camera. Action. Turn the crossbleeds off too. We don't need them. Alright, let's go. Cross our fingers and hope we get no butt flaps. Blackout Delta Foxtrot, good to see you, man. Yeah, it's just that they have so there's the tower up there, but in this scenery they have the tower position set incorrectly in WED.
Reach on.
Mark on BCA. Thank you very much for your 3 months, sir. I'll cheers you, but I can't. I gotta, you know. Uh-oh, I gotta run off the runway here, the taxiway here. All right, clear to the right. Clear to the left. Good enough. Runway 25 identified. On departure, heading 130 to intercept the radial that we have programmed in here. This is going to be a standing start. All right, bring the engines up. Looks good. How do I do the auto throttle? Boom. Okay, full power. There's Toga.
For 236 Mike NorCal approach, clearance on request and
Power set.
Delta 2040.
Boy, that EGT's rising fast.
Reach on. Reach on.
12 o'clock, 16 miles reporting, say.
Airspeed's alive.
48, cleared this approach runway 16 right.
There's 80 knots. Oh dear. There's the end of the runway coming up pretty quick. Guys. I think we're gonna use the some of the grass here for this. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Crap. Christ, we're still sinking. Okay, now we got positive rate. Okay, we'll make our left turn here.
Delta 717, contact departure.
Departure 717, we'll see it. Let's make this a nice, easy bank.
Delta 2048, contact Salt Lake City Tower.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, man. Still Toga. Density altitude tested. Center Delta 717, 6,500 for 11,000.
Delta 717, Denver Center, roger. Radar contact now, climb, maintain, flight level 230.
Level 230, Delta 717.
Delta 2048, Salt Lake City Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Well then.
Delta 2048, Salt Lake City Tower.
That's a thing that could happen.
16 right, clear to land.
Alright, let's get the autopilot on here. There's the heading. Looking for this intercept here. And we'll go ahead and bring the nose down a little bit. Sheepishly bring the nose down. Dump some of our dump our flaps here. Try to get some semblance of speed going. Well, that was ridiculous. Stewdog120 says, nice takeoff. Thank you, man. Thank you for 6 months of support. Rise Ledge is here for the welcome to the Peer of the Month Club.
Runway 26 left, taxi
Thank you very much for your support. And Dr. D66, thanks for the bits, man. My arse just took a bite out of my chair. Yeah, dude, I'm a little puckered up right now. Cheers and thank you for your support. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was silly. Okay, Eper climb. Just gonna keep the power in, keep the flaps up there. Holy crap, dude. Alright, VOR, Loke. And then we'll bring this over to... Dude, it made the... Look, it actually drew the intercept. Holy crap. I should have checked to see if that was there before we started making the turn. The plane may have actually done a good thing.
236 Mike, last controller told you that your clearance is on request. It's still on request.
Alright. Put ourselves onto nav mode. That'll get us to Chaco there. There's 10,000 feet. That's where we should be accelerating. Which we're doing ever so slowly. Oh, we can go to 23,000.
Alaska 4273, check your altitude.
Dude, I'm like all sweaty right now from that.
360.
Okay, there comes our speed up. Let's see what happens if I go to VNAV. Is it gonna level this whole thing out? Or just go to 500? It should just go to 500 feet per minute. Yep, it did. Cool. Get the lights cleaned up there. Holy crap. All right, flaps, gear. Overhead panel's fantastic. Lights are set. Speed's coming up there. Need more flaps to take off. Yeah, I did actually. We probably should have taken off flaps 24, to be honest, given the conditions we had there. But that's all right. We kind of got saved there by that little valley that happened at the end of the runway. So we hit the valley and we kind of went off of it. We sank a little bit, but then got some speed, and then that finally started getting us climb. Actually, there was a moment there. There was quite a moment there where I was super concerned that maybe we weren't going to make it up by the time we got to the end of that valley. Our Stratman, good to see you, Rick.
Last aircraft calling.
The Danish aviation level, welcome aboard. Happy Friday, or Sunday. Happy Sunday. Rocky Mountain Fly, good to see you.
Roger.
Draco, welcome aboard.
We're 236.
Lucian, welcome aboard. Silverbird Actual, welcome aboard. Good to see all you guys today. What's new in the update? Oh man, I don't know.
Mike is clear to the
we can pull the updates up. I can pull the update up here in a second.
Sierra, Juliet, Charlie, Victor 334 to Sinol. Direct Modesto.
For the time being, I'm going to monitor this climb here. I think we're finally like
maintain 5,000.
Like we're finally doing some semblance of a climb. We're definitely not going to make it to 33,000 though.
20.1. Squawk 3647.
In fact, there's a big part of me that doesn't think we're even going to make it to 31K. But we'll see what happens. Dude, I was scared for more than 30 seconds. Rennie Drock, good to see you, man. Happy Friday, or happy Sunday. Boeing Man, welcome aboard. Overpar Duffer, welcome aboard. Happy Sunday, guys. Good to see all y'all.
236, Mike.
Oh yeah, Overpar Duffer. Like, hey, Mini Manchu, I think.
Instruction is not direct San Jose.
Mini Manchu, I think had a clip up there. If you want to post that again, Mini, we can have Overpar Duffer can see the action that literally just happened.
236, Mike, hold for release.
Because your host today got a little cocky. There you go. Where we're going, we don't need no runways.
Delta 2048, taxi to the terminal via...
All I can say is thank goodness for that dried up riverbed. I think that was the longer of the two runways, too.
Delta 717, contact Albuquerque Center on 132, correction, 134.65.
Albuquerque 134.65, Delta 717.
Delta 717, another correction, that'll be 134.60, 134.60.
3460, Delta 717. Rough day for him, I guess. 3460, there we go. Albuquerque Center, Delta 717, 15,500, climbing flight level 230. We'd like to request 310 as our final.
Delta 717, Albuquerque Center, good afternoon, climb maintain flight level 310.
Level 310, Delta 717. Because our plane wouldn't let us go any higher.
Southwest 791.
We're already at
Paso,
1,500
runway
feet per minute,
26,
climbing
clear
through
for
like
takeoff.
16,000 feet. Like, this doesn't bode well for the rest of this. But hopefully we'll get to Mach mode at some point, like soon-ish. 0.761. Ooh, man. Fighter Zach, good to see you, dude. Moneyball 24, good to see you. Moneyball, man, that's up to you, dude. You shouldn't do that in these streams. Broncos fan, good to see you. Pushing the runway limits and then some. Yep. Many an aircraft investigation ends up just like what we saw. Or ends up as a result of what we saw. Pat Dog, we're heading down to El Paso right now. We got some good desert scenery here, and then pretty soon we won't have any scenery.
Clearance void if not off by 2001 Zulu.
Firefighter Zach,
Then
thanks,
off
man.
by 2001 Zulu, advises frequency no later than 5 minutes after.
We'll enjoy the photo reel while it lasts.
Advisory approved.
My dad flew this airplane since it climbed like a freaking rocket, but rotate doesn't. Yeah, I know it's odd. I think there's something not right about that part of the flight model, but I don't know enough to be able to comment either way. But yeah, I've noticed that like this plane just does not want to climb at all, ever. Did your dad fly the MD-88 or was it the MD-80 or one of the other variants? Because it could be that it's just that the 88's bigger. I'm not sure. I would defer to somebody like Chevy, who probably knows this thing a lot better. Hawaiian Hippie, good to see you, man. You might need to start taking off from Edwards Air Force Base, slightly longer runways. Yeah. So we figured out, if you guys missed that part of the takeoff, we figured out, or I figured out on the way out that the density altitude was like 7,800 feet. It was probably very dangerous to take off even at a freaking 172, much less the MD-80 here. MDs will climb like a rocket, but the density altitude in beautiful sunny New Mexico is currently terrible. Got it. Makes sense. It does look good for it. Yeah, it looks good for now. Ain't gonna last.
Radar contact.
Get to enjoy some of the beautiful default scenery that comes with X-Plane 11. Yeah, I haven't been in an MD-80.
November 734 Tango Delta is cleared out of Bravo airspace. Squawk
Mr. Riddle says, now that you've been in a little more relaxed phase of flight, thought I'd let you know that we picked up the Piper Twin Comanche following your stream. Great little plane for short hops. Hope to see it in your stream soon. Hey, Mr. Riddle, good to hear, man. Yeah, I love that. That plane's really good. And so that Twin Comanche that we flew last week actually got the Aerosim Gaming seal of approval too, if I recall. It sounded like he had some good things to say about it. So that's good stuff.
Are you not at Phoenix?
And I'm testing. I just got today a new plane to test from one of our very favorite developers. I won't say the plane or the developer, but you can probably do some guesstimation and figure out who it is. So we got some new hardware to test here pretty soon, and I'm really excited for this one to come out. I think it's going to be a cool one to show off. But yeah, we'll probably show that plane off here in a few weeks. Okay, so the Zebo 737 autopilot knob problem. 350 410. Have you had that problem? I don't. I haven't had any issues like that. USA Flyer. Sorry, man.
In a D this morning.
No, not the A320. It's something else. Something that's not even been announced yet. So, but there's new stuff on the horizon. We'll just go with that. Yeah. So if you guys joined in a little late, I talked a little bit about, the weekend and whatnot. I was sick as a dog. Like we went to just so many barbecues last week because it was a holiday here in the U.S. Just got like super bad cold during the week. And that all sort of came to a point on Friday where I wasn't feeling, in fact, you have to excuse me, I'm going to go for a cough drop right now.
236 Mike, NorCal departure, right down.
Because well, when I talk, boy, that's really loud and annoying. So I came down with a cold, and I wasn't feeling well on Friday, and I didn't think it would be good to stream and have and have to, you know, make anybody listen to me sniffling and coughing and whatever else would happen. So I decided to can the stream. A bunch of folks did come out though and hung out for the vodcast that I ran, and I was super happy with that. And thanks to all you guys who came out and enjoyed and stuck around. That was a lot of fun on Friday. So yeah, we that happened, and then yesterday I just had a headache all day. Like everything sort of came to a point, and I was out for the count most of the day. But I woke up this morning, I felt pretty good. I was actually going to go flying today, and then the winds were not favorable. The winds are blowing at like a 70 to 80 degree crosswind across the runway at like 6 to 10 knots, which is unfortunately higher than my endorsement allows me to go. So, yeah, so I was going to go flying this morning. It was a beautiful freaking day for it, man. There was barely a cloud in the sky, but the winds were just a little bit, like, just not favorable for it, and so I wasn't able to go. That being said, I got 2 good lessons in last week. So, the first lesson I did on Saturday morning.
Clear for takeoff.
I was afraid that was going to get rained out, but everything ended up clearing up just well enough for us to do it. So I did all 3 hours of my hood time. So one of the requirements for PPL is that you do 3 hours of simulated instrument flying, and so that involves like just taking off, and then here you go, put these glasses on, put the foggles on, so that all you can see is this. So I flew for 2.5 hours on Saturday, pretty much just looking at this. We covered what the guy who was supposed to have the plane and the instructor after me canceled, and I told my instructor, I'm like, I don't have anything to do, man. Like, we're up here, like, let's just go. So we put 2.3 hours on the hobs, and all said and done, and then 2 hours I spent under the hood, and we just flew all over the area. I think we covered like 180, almost 200 miles. Of actual like terrain covered, and then I went up again on Tuesday morning. So the 4th of July, I went up that morning. It was amazing weather, but we went up and we did. I suppose the cross country stuff we did before. We did all sorts of maneuvers. So we did, you know, steep turns, climbing turns, descending turns, stalls, both power on, power off stalls, unusual attitudes, and then a few other things while we were up in the air. And then we had some more time to kill, so we just did some more VOR tracking. And he thought he would get me with the reverse sensing on the VOR. So we were flying towards a VOR, and he tells me to intercept a radial that's coming out from the VOR. And he was expecting me to just sort of turn into it and continue flying towards the VOR, but I'm like, I got this. We cranked our like 160 degree turn or whatever, grabbed the VOR, and then took it back. So that was pretty cool. Ooh, have we got some weather up here?
434, go pop, take an aircraft type and direction of flight.
Well, there's nothing showing up on the weather. We'll just leave that there. So yeah, we did that. Put another hour of hood time in, and was quite pleased to get that out of the way. So I'm done with my simulated instrument. I'm down now to 3 hours of night flying to do, and then 5 hours of solo cross country. And then I had to pass my written exam as well. So I'm planning on studying and passing. I'm going to do the written exam hopefully next weekend. The airport is closed all week, so I can't go flying even if I want to. So the written exam next weekend with any luck. I have my first night flight scheduled on July 20th. And then as soon as I'm done with my written exam, we'll start looking at the weather to see when I can do my cross countries. But I expect that, yeah. So and then after that, I'm going to go on vacation, come back, do some check ride prep, and hopefully by the end of August, beginning of September, I'll be able to get this thing scheduled and get going. Get to pants. Good to see you, Ashley. I sound better. I sound better than I did yesterday. Trust me. Angry Pilot, thank you very much for your 4 months of support. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. Padawan says, how much an hour? It depends on the plane and whatnot. I've paid as much as $145 an hour. Right now, like ideally, I'll pay $108 an hour. That's the rate for my club plane. So 108 an hour plus. Then if I have to do dual time, $70 an hour for the instructor. P-Bask is asking, what aircraft did you learn on? So I've done a few different aircrafts. I started my very first discovery flight was in a Piper Warrior. There you go, Ian. My very first discovery flight was in a Piper Warrior. My second discovery flight was in a Cessna 172. And since then, I've flown two different Cessna 172s. I've flown a Cherokee 140 with a 160 horse engine in it, and then I've also flown a Cherokee 180. The Cherokee 180 is the plane that I'm hoping, like that's the club plane. That's the one that I should be flying more of. But I've flown a lot of different planes, so or a few different planes, I should say. I won't say a lot, but a few different planes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to night flying Draco. I think it's going to be a good time. We have 2 days of night flying stuff to do, the cross country and then some pattern work. So we're going to try to do the cross country next week if we can, and if the weather is not favorable for that, then screw it. We'll do the pattern work. Thanks, Ashley. I'm definitely feeling better. It's been a rough weekend though. So yeah, so that's where we're at with the training. So it's been the instrument stuff was interesting. I'm happy to have it behind me, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to doing that for 40 hours to go for my actual instrument. So it was a mixture of it's good to do this and get it out of the way and check one more off the box, but then a sad realization that like I have a lot more of this to do when I want to go get my instrument rating. So yeah. 110 an hour plus 35 for the instructor. Well, I'm up in New England, so the instructor's a little bit more expensive up here, unfortunately. Everything is more expensive up here, but especially the instructors. Got to pay the bills somehow. Flew a Tecnam P2002 and a Cessna 172. Nice, man. I don't think I would fit into a Tecnam P2002. I think I'm too those LSAs. I'm pretty much too big for all those LSAs. Big guy weighs 250 pounds, so. I either got to have a real light instructor, or we got to tone down the amount of gas we take with us. USA Flyer, take it easy, man. I'll upload it for sure. Will I ever fly any commercial planes? No, probably not. I have no interest in flying commercially. I'm totally happy just doing it recreationally. I mean, I ride commercial planes like everybody else. I'll be flying in an Airbus A310 on the way over to Portugal later this year. Actually, next month. Oh man, in a month. Can't wait for vacation. TNT Zombie, good to see you, man. Hunt Aviation, welcome aboard. Happy Sunday, guys. Tall people problems. Yeah, tall and fat people, man. Kind of goes together. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Like I said, I was hoping to go flying today, but the weather just wasn't quite favorable for that. So here we are. I was supposed to go this morning, then go to lunch, and then come here and hang out with you guys. Instead, I played some Final Fantasy 14 this morning, and now I'm hanging out with you guys. Well, one thing I did want to talk about. So I'm now committing to 2 days a week for streaming, and the second day a week is going to be on Wednesdays. And the thing about it is, I'm not going to do flight sims on Wednesdays. So, I mean, we might do them occasionally if there's a big release that I want to show off. But I'm going to start messing around with some space simulators and some kind of other games to sort of just expand a little bit. Like I couldn't do flight sims 2 days a week anyway. But I am definitely going to start doing twice a week, and I'm kind of excited to get that going. So I think we're going to start. Yeah, SATA as the airline. TAP doesn't go to the islands. SATA goes to the islands. So my first plan, my plan for this Wednesday is to go live the usual time, right around 7. Maybe a little bit later, because it'd probably be closer to like 7:30 or so, because I have to go to the gym and kind of be healthy. But I'm going to start this week with a little bit of No Man's Sky. So that was kind of a controversial game that came out last year. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to like No Man's Sky, but it was on sale for the Steam sale, and it's got some elements of discovery and whatnot that I heard are pretty good, at least for the first, 7 or 8 hours. So I think that's going to be a fun one to start with and kind of test the waters. Kerbal Space Program, I think we'll make a reappearance at some point. I do want to do more Kerbal, but Kerbal's going to require me to spend some time really like sitting down and learning stuff to be able to stream that. So yeah, I'll have to do Kerbal once I have a chance to really like kind of sit down and get into it. Airbus A310, Airbus with a yoke. I know. It's a crazy plane. There really aren't any space shuttle simulators. At least not like. Remember, I gotta find a game that I can sit down and play for like 2-3 hours, and like there's a lot of stuff that you can sit down and have fun with for a half an hour, 45 minutes at a time. But it needs to be something where I can spend an evening doing this. So like a space shuttle simulator or whatever would be very tough to do that. Oh, here comes the end of our photo reel. The edge of the uh-oh. And that's just missing scenery altogether there.
236 Mike Cal approach.
Completely
Roger,
broken
the
tile.
Oakland altimeter 299 flyable. We'll pass along your request to the next controller.
We'll look out this way instead. At least we still got something to see here. Demonic Invasion Simulator. Yeah, dude, we're gonna finish up Doom. I think that'll probably be in a couple weeks. But yeah, I want to do that. No Man's Sky was procedurally generated. Yep. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I could see myself doing. Jezerite, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I've got. Well, here, I'll show you some of the stuff that I've picked up recently. Like, I definitely have a library of games that I want to start going through. So, Kerbal Space Program, obviously. No Man's Sky. Let's go by recent. Everspace I picked up. I think a roguelike. Did we make 31,000? Holy crap! We actually made it to altitude. That's amazing. I did not expect to make it to 31K. Wow. Oop. Well, that's just going to stay on now. Oh, whatever. Yeah. So Everspace is a roguelike. Sort of fly around and shoot stuff and collect minerals sort of space thing. I played a little bit of it a long time ago, didn't really care for it, but I think it's one that might play well on the stream. So we'll give that. I don't know what's going on with the shadows. Yeah, they're kind of funky today. Hitman I picked up. I think Hitman's really cool. This game is neat, and I think it'll be neat. We'll probably not play that. Payday 2 was free, so I picked it up. I don't know if we'll do any of that. But yeah, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is definitely one that I think is a fun game. I haven't put a lot of time into it, but I know a bunch of guys who have. So, like, there's a good group of people that I could play with and try to make that interesting.
Delta 717, and a pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Flight level 240, my discretion, Delta 717. Well, we're going to wait till Bodie intersection. We'll start down. So, yeah, got some games to try. I've also got, obviously, a Kerbal Space Program I showed. Like, cities would be fun. I've also got Planet Coaster, which I think would be fun. War for the Overworld is neat. Like, if you guys were into, if you guys ever got into like Dungeon Keeper and whatnot, War for the Overworld is essentially the spiritual successor to Dungeon Keeper. So that's kind of a cool game. I really don't have any interest in Farming Simulator on the stream. The racing stuff is give or take. Like, I don't know. The racing stuff is kind of tough, but it's definitely like there's a lot more games that I want to play that I want to do on the stream too. So. I figured I may as well. I really want to open another night up to do stuff that's not flight sims, and we'll keep the flight sims on Fridays, and we'll try to add some more flight sims on like Saturdays and Sundays throughout the week. Firehawk Sim, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, appreciate it. Ciziano, good to see you, man. Where in Portugal are you going? Aha. Where in Portugal are you going? I am going to the Azores. So we're going to fly from Boston over somewhere in the middle of the ocean. So Boston to Ponta Delgada, and then Ponta Delgada I'm going to fly to Terceira. There's a U.S. base here, La Jess? I don't know how you say that. There's a U.S. Air Force or U.S. reserve base here. And a huge, 10,000-foot runway. So we're going to land here. And then we're going to hop back on another plane and keep going and keep going and keep going. We're going to fly to Graciosa. So So we're gonna fly to this place right here. This little teeny ass island in the middle of nowhere.
Approach,
And then we're gonna drive to the other side of the island. It takes 15 minutes to drive from here to here at about 30 kilometers an hour. Give you an idea how big this island is. I'm gonna stay in a little town called Karpash.
Number 236 Mike, Roger, you can expect that. Expect your.
So we have my wife's. Let's see, my wife's mother has a house. Can I find the house? That's not it. Let's see, that's the... Okay. Oh, yeah, it's right... I should be able to find... It has to be, like, right here. Like, one of the houses right here. So we have a house right on the... Basically right on the waterfront that looks out over the ocean here. Bird's eye won't work here. But yeah, I'm going to be there for just over a week. I'm going to be there for a week, I should say. So I'm going to spend 3 days in Indianapolis. I'm going to go to see the Drum Corps International World Championships, and then I'm going to make my way over to there from here. So I'm going to fly from Indy to Boston, lay over for 4 hours in Boston, and then I'm going to fly to Ponta Delgada, to Terceira, Graciosa. So I'll be in the Azores for a week, and I'm so looking forward to it. Rip. That's just a missing scenery altogether. Boat. Boat, house. There's a plateau with a runway in the middle of it. Let's look out this side instead. Have I ever tried the shuttle landing in X-Plane? Do they still have it? Like, is it actually in X-Plane 11? Yeah, Hitman's pretty good, man. The new Hitman is quite the blast. CSGO, I'm not interested, man. CSGO is just not my style. If we do multiplayer games, we might do some stuff with subscribers, yeah. That's something down the road I gotta figure out. But I like the way this world does it with train sim and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, Project Cars in VR looks like it'd be amazing, but that's not gonna come across well on the stream, Jezza. Heroes in general is not really my style. Like the sort of like hardcore RTS type stuff is not really my thing. Air Azores, yeah, Air Azores or SATA. I think it's Air Azores nowadays, but it's SATA's traditionally been the name of the airline. Party in the Azores, for sure. It's pronounced Lodges, okay, as in ski lodges, so it's Lodges. Lodges Airport, or airfield. KLM, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. Something curious, Graciosa, at least in Spanish, is funny. I forget, it means something in Portuguese too, but I forget what it means. Yes, we're looking at Ortho for XP right now. Quickie Mart, welcome aboard. We're flying down to El Paso. Down to El Paso. Should be starting our descent here. We still got some time till we're top of descent. 55 miles. We got about 10 minutes or so till top of descent. World of Tanks, not really my style. GTA 5, I've already played through that. Mario Kart, dude. Whenever I get a Switch, man, we'll do some Mario Kart. You'll probably work my flight. Nice. Approaching minimums. Are you work for SATA then? I'll tell you what, man. I'll be let's see here. Let me find the flight number. I'll find the flight number and you can let me know. Okay. That's my anniversary. That's not what I want. I want the flight to Graciosa. So I'll be on S4 280, Boston to Ponta Delgada, on Sunday the 13th. S4 280, Boston to Ponta Delgada, on Sunday the 13th. So if that's your flight, then find me and say hi. Bring me an extra bottle of wine. That's cool, though. Oh, that. You work... Okay, never mind. You don't work for the airline. You work up there. You're in the high frequency. Oh, nice, dude. That's cool, then. Well, if you hear the SATA guys, I'd be interested. I'd be interested in... Yeah. They basically just run that same flight over and over and over again. Like, it has to be the most boring thing in the world. How about Ghost Recon? Yeah, I don't know. Those kind of shooters aren't my thing. I'm more of a Quake kind of person when it comes to shooters. Like, I'm more into like action-packed and things like that. Yeah, dude, the Azores are fantastic. Like, this will be my 3rd time back there. Like, it's always... Oh, hey. It's always a good time when I go out there. Let me find some, do what I do best and find some pictures. Oh, man. These are the Paint 3D, what? No. Open that in the picture viewer. Photos. Here's the view. Here's the view from the balcony of the house. Right here. So looking left, you can see Terceta in the distance. There's an island right there. And then looking to basically looking directly off the end of the house there. So this is like I said, on the patio. There's an island, and then that's another island off in the distance. There's 2 islands that are there. And if it's super clear, you can see another one here off to the right. It's not pictured here, but I actually have this photo. I have this photo framed, and it's up on the wall in my living room. But it's absolutely fantastic. Like, it's so much fun to go over there. There's nothing going on. Like, I wouldn't go there if I didn't have a place to stay. But there's just nothing going on, and it's super chill. Like, a lot of our friends and family are going over too. So it'll be a good time. Super stoked. We're gonna put our life in the hands of the the VNAV system here. And I'm having some doubts as to whether it's gonna make it or not, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens here. Many volcanoes, absolutely. Wayne, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday from Boston. Polytoxic Maniac, good to see you. They did increase the alignment time. It takes 5 minutes now. Yep, you just gotta sit and wait. Actually, Ken, good to see you. CO Edgy, welcome aboard. Detroit user, good to see you, man. We're flying. We flew out of Farmington. So we're flying in the southwest of the United States. Flying in the southwest of the United States. It's our path right here. So we took off out of Farmington here, kind of in the top center, and we're edging our way through some restricted and MOAs, and making our way down to El Paso, and then from there we're going to head off to Amarillo for our second flight. You know, the usual. Not a lot going on here, but whatever. Unfortunately, the scenery gets a lot worse here in a second. But that's still photo, though. I mean, we still got some photo out here. Not sure where that's going to end. Oh, we missed Albuquerque completely. Wasn't even looking out the window when Albuquerque went by. Oops.
Renata 82 Charlie Alpha Phoenix approach, go ahead.
RX 480 versus GTX 1070. I mean, if you got the money, get the 1070 if you can find one. 1070 is definitely going to perform a lot better. The RX 480 does a really good job, though, for the money that you're going to spend. I used a 480 for about a year. I was very happy with it. I only changed because I knew I wanted to get a little bit more performance that I would get out of the 1070. At 24,000.
82 Charlie Alpha Squawk 4.
Let's go to the descent page and descend now. This plane now is like, oh my gosh. If you had showed me this plane in its current state when it originally came out, I'd say you're full of crap. Like, there's no way that thing's going to get this good. But this plane is just super good. Like, if you don't have this in your, if you're into flying these types of planes and you don't have this in your hangar, like, you should. Although, as I say that, it's actually not descending right now. I told it to descend now.
Redender 28 Charlie Alpha radar contact.
Hold the N1 back.
Clear to the Reno airport as filed. Climb maintain 12000.
So as I said that, it's not descending. VNAV descent. Now it's going to go down. That's weird. Even though I said descend now, it didn't actually descend now. All right, whatever. It's going now. I got a 1070. It's very nice. Yeah, it's good. It's a good card. 1080 for 400 refurbished. Dude, that's pretty damn good. That's a really good deal. Wayne asks what I'm drinking. Well, I just finished a cup of tea. Cheers to that. And then I'm gonna have a glass of water. I've been feeling a bit under the weather the last week or so I don't really want to have any booze. So it's water and tea for me today. Is the MD-80 easy to fly? Absolutely not. This plane is actually quite difficult to fly. However, it's super rewarding when you get it right. Like it's a really fun. It's a fun plane to fly, even if it's difficult. That was ForeFlight, yes. Do I speak Portuguese? I can ask for one more beer, and I can say the word underwear. That's about it. The rotate kills my frames. You might try the 2K texture pack then to see if that's your problem, or you might turn your texture memory down. Like if it's killing your frames, it's almost definitely because of textures.
Contact Albuquerque Center on 127. Correct. 124.32.
2432 Delta 717. You can kind of tell these are new sectors because they don't have them down yet. Albuquerque Center Delta 717, flight level 270 descending flight level 240.
Delta 717, Albuquerque Center, roger. The El Paso altimeter 3010 descend via the Wasco 1 arrive.
Send via the Wasco 1 and 10 in the altimeter 717. So approaching minimums, you said that you're a controller. Are you just doing the oceanic stuff, or are you doing radar as well? I think you might be the first person that's come in here that's actually been that's been an oceanic controller, which is kind of cool. You fly really well and make it look easy. Well, I put a lot of time in this plane, to be honest. I read the manual like 4 times before I finally understood how to operate this thing. So, I appreciate that. It has certainly taken quite a lot of work.
For 123 Sierra X-ray, contact NorCal approach.
Right, we'll put 10,000 in for the time being. Oh, we'll put 11,000 in for the time being, I should say. I'm still not sure which way the transition is going to be. But I think the approach controller will have that once we get up with them. What graphics card would I recommend with the quad-core AMD processor? Whatever you can afford.
For 123 Sierra X-ray,
The RX 480 is pretty good.
Roger.
GTX 1070 is better. GTX 1080 is even better yet. The 1080 Ti is even better yet. Flying at John Wayne last night, lights were rendering only like 10 miles away. Do you know how to increase the rendering range and settings? I do not, Padawan. I think some folks have played with that, like using data refs and whatnot, but I've never messed around with it. You're not going to find an RX 40 now because of the mining increase. That's actually a good point. Yeah, the whole Bitcoin mining thing is taking care of those for the most part. The speed tape disappeared. Where's that speed tape going? That's been gone most of the flight, hasn't it? Yeah, well, whatever. We don't need it. There was a speed tape there, right? I'm not just... Yeah. because I definitely looked at that when it was... was it? Maybe there was no speed tape. Maybe there's altitude or something. Huh. I don't remember. Forget what I said. We're gonna keep flying. There's just not one. Okay.
236 micron.
Just RA tape on the right. Got it. I don't know why I thought there was a speed tape, but I don't know. Because I'm an idiot. That's good water. Refreshing, you know? I could really go for a beer, but I'm not gonna tempt fate today.
Center 124.85. Good day.
Oh man! So the airport closes.
791 contact.
The airport I'm training at closes for the week. It closes at 10 o'clock tonight. It'll be closed through Saturday morning. They are in the process, so they've been working on the main runway, and that's actually why I couldn't fly today. They've been working on the main runway all for the last 2 months or so. And this is the week where they're going to rip out the section that basically the cross runway section. They're going to rip that all out and repave. So. Yeah, no flying this weekend.
So those 791 Albuquerque Center, Roger.
Or this week, I should say. But by the time it comes back, I think on the 20th of July, they're going to have the new runway open. So we've been using the crosswind runway for the entirety of this year. So as a result, my training has been interesting because I've been landing pretty much predominantly with like 10 to 15 knot crosswinds because we're using the crosswind runway, and the wind usually goes across the runway and not with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the normal runway coming back because then I can more easily finish up the solo portion of my training. It'll be nice. It sucks to lose the airport and lose the plane for a week, but whatever. I'm probably not going to be able to fly this week anyway. And the weather looks kind of poopy, so there's that. We will have a shiny new runway, yeah. So they made the runway a little narrower, but it is going to be a nice, shiny, brand new. It looks real nice, man. It's real good asphalt there. TR Sizzle. Thank you so much for reigniting my flight simulator passion.
Paso approach 119.15.
119.15, Delta 717. We'll get back to that in a second. $19.15. Let's grab the weather down at El Paso. 1206. And 10 mile visibility, scatter 10,000, altimeter 3010. Okay, so we got El Paso approach, Delta 717, 14,700 descending Wasco 1 with the El Paso weather.
Delta 717 El Paso approach, good afternoon. You can expect the visual 26 left, Addons will be updated momentarily.
717. Okay, so arriving El Paso. Let's see here. Figure out which of these we want to pump in here. So we'll put the Yankee 26 left Yankee. Will pop in here. And it's going to be vectors no matter what, so I'll execute that.
Fly heading 110, vector final approach course, center maintain 7,000.
110 vectors final, 7,000, Delta 717. Alright, so 110. I made a critical error while I was doing that reprogramming, but it didn't bite me. Bring the speed back 240. So we're descending now through 7,000 feet, bringing the speed back to 240. Go ahead and pop those lights out. I have the RNAV configured now to bring us in. I mean, we're not going to need it, but I have that configured. Let's then do init ref. I haven't forgotten about the donation. We'll get back to it in a second. Approach. We're going to land flaps 40. So 142 is our approach speed. Great. Okay. Yeah, let's bring the nose up just a touch more. Ooh. The wheel doesn't work.
123 Sierra X-ray contact NorCal approach on 127.4.
The wheel doesn't bring the vertical speed up. That sucks. That's a bug. Let him know. Anyway, okay, so TR Sizzle, thank you so much for reigniting my flight simulator passion. He says, much love from LJLJ. Well, TR Sizzle, thank you very much for your support, sir. I appreciate it. Cheers. Where is LJLJ at? I guess we're going to find out.
Retard, retard,
approach,
retard.
Information November current, expect the visual 20.
How the hell do you say that? Ljubljana. Ljubljana?
123 Sierra X-ray, roger, you can expect.
Let's try to go with Ljubljana. Ljubljana Brnik.
Go 123 Sierra
Ljubljana
X-ray, fly
Brnik.
heading 330 vector for the airport.
Best I got for you.
Maintain 5,000.
Is that for me or is that for somebody else? I don't know if that's me for somebody else. This URL not found. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. Americans are lucky to get spectacular GA airports. Here in Argentina, mainly grass. Sometimes there's not even grass. Yeah, dude. I'm not envious of the.
Mike, roger.
I'm not envious of the rest of the world when it comes to airports. We've definitely got it lucky here. 2 Zulu Mike, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday, man. ZH Drix, welcome aboard. TR Sizzle says almost. Is it TR Sizzle or TRC Izzle? Another Bostonian streamer. Awesome, dude. This URL not found. Where are you? What do you got rocking here? We pop this up. Elite Dangerous. Oh, nice, dude. All right. More people doing sim stuff. That's acceptable. You'll do okay here. Kim Jensen, welcome aboard. Good to see you. You're not streaming, just supporting the locals. Oh, that works. Okay, man. Well, I can't complain with that. Okay, so we've got 250 knots ascending through 10,000 feet now. We're looking good. Bring the seatbelt sign back on. We'll start looking out for the airfield here. Also going to grab a chart.
Retard, retard, retard.
6 left. We're going to go for El Paso Towers 18.3. So we'll assume that's next. 18.3 like that. 2 Zulu Mike here for 4 months. Always a great stream. Hope the cold is gone soon. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support. I hope it's gone soon too. I suspect I'll be back to 100% probably by Tuesday. Like I'm doing pretty good today. That's all I really care about. All right. So go around. Ljubljana is the capital of Slovenia in Europe. Cool. Thank you, TR Sizzle. I appreciate it, man. That's a new one. I don't know if we've got too many people from Slovenia. Embrace my inner Val dudes here. Whew. That was a good one. Talking about small airports, is there a GA at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina? Probably. Okay, 70's in, going down to 70. Make sure that captures. I'm assuming there's general aviation at Kitty Hawk, but I don't know. Am I the only one from Argentina? It might be. Haven't heard of too many Argentinians either. We should set the field elevation. 5,960 or 3,962. 3010. Okay, there we go. 7,000 feet, 240 knots. Now we wait. That's a field over there. We're not too far from photoreal, so that won't be a tough one to build out there. Also, not too far from Mexico. KFFA, Flight First Airport. There you go.
Delta 717, turn right heading 230.
Right, 230, Delta 717.
For 123 X-ray, the Sacramento Executive Airport, 9 o'clock, 8.5 miles, report in sight.
Already starting to get some radar altimeter action going here.
Cleared visual approach, runway 30.
So this puts us on base, it looks like. Actually, this is turning us towards final already. So he'll have us call the runway as soon as we make the turn here.
Retard, retard, retard.
I couldn't agree more. Admiral Swordfish, here for 2 months. He says, keep up the great work. Admiral Swordfish, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. You guys humble me. I gotta do more streaming, man. I gotta compete with all the affiliates now for subscribers.
Delta 717, the El Paso Airport, 1 o'clock, 1 miles, report in sight.
Field in sight, Delta 717.
Delta 717, cleared visual approach, runway 26 left.
Clear for the visual approach, 26 left, Delta 717. Okay, let's get this thing, get flaps 15 out here, get the speed back.
Flaps 3 X-ray, contact the
Speed back to about 180 knots.
5. Good day.
As we do that, we get the nose down here with the flaps that we just pulled out. Let's go ahead and arm the auto throttle. Speed brake does not arm until after we drop the gear. I don't have any vertical guidance to get me in here. I gotta eyeball this whole thing. I know we're high right now.
For 123 Sierra Executive Tower, good thing nobody's watching. Runway 30, clear to land.
Oh, there's the Pappy. One more notch of flaps. Gear. As soon as the gear is out, we can arm the auto throttle, or arm the speed brakes. Gear's out, 3 green. Speed brakes. Let's bring the auto throttle off, my airplane. I'm gonna bug 142.
Delta 717, contact El Paso Tower, 118.3, good day.
Over to tower, 717. We'll see it. Okay. El Paso Tower, Delta 717, visual 26 left.
Delta 717, El Paso Tower, runway 26 left, clear to land. The wind 120 at 6.
Clear to land 26 left, Delta 717. Okay, winds are 160, he says. Okay, final approach checklist. Gears down, 3 green. Lights are now set. Flaps are set and indicated. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake is armed. Runway's in sight. Clearance has been received. Just get this sucker trimmed out here. Get ready to add some power. There's 1 red, 3 white. 1,000. 1,000 is cross-checked.
For 123 Sierra X-ray, welcome to Sacramento Executive. Exit left on November and taxi to the ramp.
Okay, November to the ramp, 3 Sierra X-ray.
Oh, look at her, man. She looks so good. This plane is a thing of beauty when it comes in.
500.
That's what she said.
How about Mike?
400.
12 trees, X-ray. If you like Mike, I can do that. Cross runway 16 and join Mike to the ramp.
Okay, cross 16, join Mike to the ramp, 36. Look like an N from a distance.
12 trees, X-ray. Make sure you go ahead and monitor New York ground there after crossing 16.
I will do that, 36.
Okay, reverser's out. Decel. It was a bit of a thumper, but hey, it happens. What happened to P3D? Haven't had time, dude. Manual braking. Speed brakes in. Exit here off to the left. Mike. Spoilers in. Bring that gear in.
Level 717, taxi to the terminal via Mike Gulf. Remain on this frequency. Get it?
Terminal Mike Golf, your frequency, Delta 717. We'll see you in a few.
Roger.
Okay, Mike Golf's up here. I'm going to say this is golf. Close enough. Yeah, whatever. Close enough. Not sure if that's actually golf or not. Bring our APU online. 1, 2, 3. Come park next to the Southwest guy here. Taxi lines look there. Maybe somebody was quite drunk. Should park right there where the auto gate is. All right. Whoops. And stop. Work brake. Okay, APU gens are on. Bring the APU bleed on. We'll go ahead and kill engine 1, engine 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to El Paso. I have no idea what time it is in El Paso. And turn the lights and all that crap off too. Great. We made it. Piece of cake, right? Money, says Captain Platano. Captain Platano, good to see you. Did we retract the gear? Nah, dude. It's been pretty low, though. Like, it definitely feels like we retracted that gear. Way down there. Yeah, so that landing was not fantastic. I was definitely coming in at quite the sink rate, quite the angle there. I should have shelled that thing off a lot sooner. Been a lot more aggressive about getting on it, but that's all right. We got down. We used all the runway, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And we made it. This is Freeware Airport, yep. Southwest goes to the east of the U.S. Yes, it does. They have a big hub here in Boston. Southwest goes all over the U.S. But we're still kind of in the southwest of the U.S. right here. Why does the auto gate not attach? Because it's probably not configured correctly. Like this plane, the plane's door location may not be configured. Like that's as close as you're going to get. Actually, it's kind of right on the money as far as the door goes. I'm not going to do a replay. I want to turn the plane without having it screw up here. Yeah, the El Paso scenery is not too bad. This is freeware, I believe, by Iced 8383. He's a streamer and a freeware scenery developer here on this lovely network. So he put all this together. He looks like he's using a lot of just a lot of static elements and whatnot, or like default elements. So this is gonna happen, guys. There will be one more flight. We're gonna head out to Amarillo next. But before that, I'm gonna step away, take a little break here, and then we'll be right back. So if you guys are taking off, thank you so much for joining me. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in just a few minutes.
Come in, I could seat you by the fire. Listen, there's something I must confide. I know I said that it'd be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light, and it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away.
Anna Gaming, good to see you, man. Hello from Boston. It's 4:50 here. Thanks, South Carolina. Some new music I've had on. I added this stuff a few months back, but I kind of cycle through it. I don't feel like that one. How about that one? Okay. KELP. Just getting everything set up here. Look at that. Attention all airmen. Do not fly into Mexico. It's because it's right there. Seriously, it's right there. That's Mexico. We don't want to fly there. That is going to be one hell of a turn we're going to crank. Holy crap. With any luck, they'll give us, like, not 2.6 left, but we'll see what happens. Okay. File this sucker. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. Okay. What do you say? Rex to the Ken. The landing was it was solid. It was a solid landing. It wasn't a good landing, but it was a solid landing. We're back. Part 2. Flying from Norwood to HXD on the Eclipse 550. Nice. Oh, Gopher, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday. Anybody else I've missed here? Happy Sunday. Anna Gaming, welcome aboard. Please know I'm already on a thread on Flight Sim Reddit showing off my excellent rotation skills. Ah, fantastic. I appreciate that. Chili Willies! Chili Willies here for 3 months, man. Hey, Ty, enjoyed Flight Sim Con. Looking forward to the next one. Nice meeting you and everyone. If you like, we can do shared cockpit at some point. I'll see what we can do here. He sends a wave. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support, Chili Willies. Or your continued support. Enjoy your race to sea. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, El Paso departures towards the border are fun. Yeah, no kidding. This will be an interesting one. So anyway, we're back. For those of you that stuck around, welcome back. Hang on a second here. There's still just enough of the bad stuff coming out of my lungs. I'm trying not to be that guy. Like, I'm not even gonna demonstrate, because if I demonstrate, I'm gonna start coughing like crazy. But here we are. We're in the Rotate MD-80, freshly updated. Man, it looks real good right now. Like, the PBR on this thing is so good. Like, it's a shame that the scenery here doesn't have the same bit of PBR, because holy crap, man, that is just, dude. Anyway, yeah, it's taken me a while, but I'm finally getting to the point where I'm kind of sold on the whole PBR thing.
Retard.
Where are we going now? Daniel 0925. Good to see you, man. We're going to head up to Amarillo. So we're covering. So PilotEdge has three new airports that they're covering. Goldsy 77's here for 4 months. Good to see you again, Goldsy. Thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. I guess John must have just finished up.
Retard.
Sourest Apple. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for your support. FC Tony B, good to see you. Ninja with a guitar. Here it goes. We're going to have to do this now. FC Tony B, welcome aboard. Ninja with a guitar, welcome aboard. Sourest Apple, you missed the entire first flight, but you're here for flight number 2. It's good to see you. Welcome aboard. Val Dudes is
Retard.
here. Good to see you, Val
Retard.
Dudes. Happy
Retard.
Sunday, my friend. Lifesaver, welcome aboard. DMB Bird, welcome aboard. Happy Sunday. Ridley One is here. Good to see you, man. Happy Sunday to you as well, sir. Computer Flying, welcome aboard. Captain Kurt, welcome aboard. Explain Junkie, welcome aboard. Epic Nobody 26, welcome aboard. Tylenol with Wings, welcome aboard. That's a good name. Vision by, good to see you, man. FSC Tony B is here for 2 months. He says, yeehaw. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support. I'm guessing John sent everybody over here, so thanks, John. Excuse me. I've got to try not to do that. I've really got to try not to do that. Here, I'll drop you a couple O snacks.
Retard. Retard. Retard.
Where's my O snack at? There you go. And you're gonna put you gotta have like an O max. Like we'll throw a max in here as well. John Fly, good to see you, man. Thanks for sending everybody over. Happy Friday to you, sir. Detroit user, welcome aboard. Cajun Cacti, welcome aboard. South Carolina Gaming is here with the subscription. Welcome to the Bear the Mug Club, sir. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. Did I get everybody? Are we all covered here? I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so we're back in the rotate. We're gonna fly out of El Paso. We're gonna head to Amarillo. So a couple things to note on this. There's no scenery for Amarillo. So we're going to fly into default 2D, just kind of boring ass, whatever. And I don't have any photo reel up there. So the end of this flight is not going to look as pretty as, let's say, the middle of this flight. That's what she said. Yeah, so PilotEdge just opened up 2 new airports. We'll talk about that real quick, plug them. So they just opened up 2 new airports last week. They opened, or 3 new airports last week, sorry. They opened up... What happened to the other 2? There were 3 airports in here. Oh, man. So they opened up the Four Corners Airport. KFMN. FMN. KELP. So they opened up Four Corners, they opened up El Paso, and they opened up Amarillo. This brings a little bit more to do kind of down here in the Albuquerque Center area, which was traditionally just Albuquerque and not particularly interesting to fly in. So there's a few more airports to come out and fly to. So we're hitting all 3 of them this afternoon. We just flew from Farmington down to El Paso. Now we're going to do El Paso and make our way up to Amarillo, where I've already told you that there's no scenery and it's going to look like crap, but whatever. So I filed the flight plan, got all that stuff in. John came in and interrupted me so rudely, but that's okay. We'll take that. Let's grab the flight plan here. I need to get everything organized. So I do like to have SimBrief or SkyVector up still too, even though I'm doing all my work essentially off the iPad here, which of course is in the way, isn't it? God, crap. All right, KELP heading up to KAMA. We'll pop this guy in right here. Okay, so that's the route that we're going to be flying. All right, let's go. What do you say? CPHL, good to see you, man. Just like the old days. That's right. Delari1, welcome aboard. OBFG2, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Starman 1977, happy Sunday. Did I miss anybody? I think we got them all. I'm going to say we got them all. Yeah. I got 37 FPM in the Zebo into Kalos. All right, man. I got about 400 FPM in the rotate coming into El Paso, so I want you to beat that. Oh, John, hang on. So you guys all missed the beginning of this stream here. I gotta show you the beginning of the stream here. So stand by. Clips of my channel. Who's got all the views? Not that one, that's for sure. Clips of my channel today. I just want to see today, guys. Really? All right, let's see clips today. I know Ian. Did Ian get it? Yeah, here we go. This one here. All right, guys. So this was from earlier, in case you missed it, since John is gloating about his... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Ian, did you get a little bit more of it? No, you didn't. Ian missed it too. Nobody got the actual takeoff? Like, nobody got the actual, like, the whole freaking takeoff roll? All right, well, here you go. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Crap. still sinking. Okay, now we got positive rate. Yep. Okay, that was good. That was good. Crazy Diamond had one too. Let's see if did Crazy get the whole takeoff roll. No, Crazy missed the takeoff roll too. Nobody got the takeoff roll. That's fine. So anyway, we were taking off out of Farmington, and things got a little sporty because it turns out there wasn't enough runway for this plane to take off at a density altitude of 7,800 feet. Oh man, I'll smoke a tea. Good to see you. That's all right though. Density altitude was 7,800 feet. And yeah, we definitely destroyed our plane, but hey, it made it here, so that's all that really matters. All right, anyway, so we're gonna head up to Amarillo. Let's get this show underway. And let's call up El Paso clearance. I really want to call it Old El Paso. If I start calling it Old El Paso, do you think I can get the controller to say it back to me? Because that's what we're gonna do for the rest of this flight. Old El Paso clearance. Like I want my taco sauce. All right, clearance is 125.0. I'm sure this isn't going to get old at all. In fact, I think we'll save that one for Keith. So guys, when you create those clips, actually, when you hit the create clip button, you can actually go edit the clip, and you can change the time to go further forward and also further backward. So like when you make that clip, it can be like 2.5 minutes long. It doesn't have to actually be just the 30 seconds. West Texas town of El Paso clearance. I like it. Okay, so we're Delta 717. Let me get my stuff set up here. DL 717. We're gonna fly ELP, and we're heading out to AMA, and we'll go craft. Okay, and I got volume. Just did parallel landing on VATSIM. Nice. It's always fun when that gets to happen. Did I miss anybody? SG Westrip, good to see you. Happy Sunday. Happy Friday. Passengers love thrills. That's right. Blame the dispatcher, says Justin. Good to see you, Jay Snap. All right, let's get out of here before people start leaving. I keep losing my stats here. Old El Paso clearance Delta 717 IFR to Amarillo. I promise you it won't get old. At least not for me.
Delta 717 Old El Paso clearance. Clearance and request.
Oh, crap. Only on VATSIM, yeah. Do you say solo pilot
Delta 717 Old El Paso clearance cleared to the Amarillo airport. 5V3 departure, and then as filed. Climb via SID, accept maintain 17,000. El Paso departure frequency, Old El Paso departure frequency 119.15, squawk 6174.
Go to the Amarillo airport, LAT V3 departure as filed, climb via SID, accept maintain 17,000, departure 119.15, squawk 6174, Delta 717.
Delta 717, readback is correct.
And that won't get old, by the way.
I'm sure it won't. Contact Old El Paso ground when you're ready to taxi.
Wilco. Oh, crap. All right. Let's head down to departing, or head to the route page here. So we're going to be flying from KELP. So, by the way, for those of you guys that are from Europe, and you don't know why that's funny, Old El Paso is a brand of, like, taco seasoning. Like salsa and taco seasoning and taco shells and things like that. So, and I love tacos. Like Mexican food is like my favorite thing. So that's why that was funny, and it has me giggling like way more than I should. Just wait till we get Keith on there. We do that to him. That'll be the fun one. All right, KELP. We'll plan for 26 left on the Latvi 3 departure, and we're taking that up to just to Latvi. Execute that. Go to the route page. From Latvi, we're going to go to PNH, Panhandle. Pop you in there. Execute that. And we don't have an arrival or anything we're coming into, so that's fine. And that's it. So let's load the plane up. They're telling me there's no D in Old El Paso.
Denver Tower, Brickyard 5145 at runway 3.
No, dude, there's the D in Old El Paso. It ain't Old El Paso. Old El Paso is something very different, man. You ain't getting tacos when you were from Old El Paso. You're getting day-old tacos. Social anxiety and ATCing don't go to the... that's a bummer, dude. Keenan and Nell, good to see you. I make some pretty good tacos. Yeah, I make some really good white guy tacos. my wife, I made some good ones, and my wife taught me how to make them better. So we both make some very good white guy tacos. You have good Mexican food in Boston. There's like one restaurant that I go to that has decent Mexican food. But yeah, no, it's few and far between. We had real good Mexican food. There were places that would pop up briefly in Indiana because there was a big Hispanic population. So I grew up going to those places trying to find them. But then out here, they just don't exist. Like, there's one place in a town called Marblehead that's actually quite good. Outside of that, no, the Mexican food sucks. I'm sure that if we went to like a proper Mexican place staffed by actual Hispanics, it would probably be a different story. But then I might get shot. Weight and balance. All right, what do we got going on here? So we're gonna have. Oh, man. Our fuel is going to be 23.6. 23.6. And our total weight is going to be about 141.4. That's good enough right there. Hit done. Hit apply. Come on down here. Go to the init ref page. We're going to click on takeoff. Nope. We're going to go back. We're going to click on perf. Put the new values in here. And our reserve this time around is going to be 5.7 again, so 5.7. Cost index, we're going to be a little bit more conservative on the cost index. Take that back to 65. We're going to 31,000 feet. The winds are going to be 335 at 4. 335/4. ISA deviation is going to be 1.4. Nope. Not a 60. There you go. 1.4. Takeoff. Pumping the current. It's real hot down here. We'll pump in the values that we got here. We're going to come back and we'll revisit that once we do the push and get everything going. Pop on down to the the transponder. Hang on a second. All right. Alvaro Jimenez Garcia, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Amlink VRS, welcome aboard. You're playing a Marty Robbins song in the background. I'm not sure who Marty Robbins is. I was thinking Mary Poppins there for a second, but I'm like, no. The more ghetto, the better the Mexican food. I know, man. Like, that's how it goes. Ridley One, welcome aboard. Yeah, dude. Like, SoCal is a totally different story when it comes to Mexican food. But the thing is, it's like where you have Hispanics, you have Mexican food. Oh, we're keeping the same squawk code. Great. Like it's like any place else. Like where you have Chinese people, you tend to have better Chinese food. Where you have Indian people, you have better Indian food. So when you got white guys trying to make foreign foods, it doesn't work quite so well. Did I miss anybody? Dang driver, welcome aboard. Thor's the Lost Kitten. Good to see you. Good name. Okay, so there's no non-movement area or anything here. We should be good. Look at the chart and confirm that. Of course, the chart's not going to tell me that, but that's cool. Okay, so let's do some checks here. Overhead panel's fantastic. We programmed the FMC. We'll do the glare shield here in just a second, because we'll brief the departure too once we're pushed back and we got the flaps out and all that good stuff. We got our transponder on. We're ready to go. Okay, so let's call the pushback. Actually, X-Plane has a pushback truck now. Does it work? Show ground handling window. Request ground service.
Sorry, no service here.
Okay. No service here. You know what? Screw it. We're going to turn the engines on. We're going to power back this sucker. Be metal. All right. So let's go ahead and turn off the packs. 2. Fuel pumps on. Do system A this time. We'll start with engine number 2. The packs are off. We have pneumatic pressure. Oh, cross bleeds. Yes. It's always something, man. There's always something. All right, N2's coming up. This time we don't have any fuel coming in there early. This conversation makes me want to move back to Colorado for the food. Yeah, the food was pretty good in Colorado. Crown and Ace says, welcome aboard. Gringo burritos. I like it. They had the number 1 song, El Paso. I see. We're come full circle now. We're back to talking about El Paso again. I like it. Overheated before you out of the non-moving area. Yeah, no kidding. Ground services, catering stuff. You can still get pushback, release the parking brake, and the buttons are available. Whatever, dude. We're still gonna power back. This is a metal flight. All right, engine number 1's coming up. N2's rising. That's because I hit the parking brake. Yodi Pody, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Wait for the N2 to reach 20 there. We'll give it gas. Yeah, dude, power back is more fun anyway. Hype City, welcome aboard. There's the gas. Party on Cat's plane. That's right. Ghost Rider and Scott, welcome aboard. Why is it that we start engine number 2 before 1? I think it has something to do with the crossbleeds work. I don't know. It depends on the plane. But I just instinctively always do 2 before 1. Niner off. Pitot and static we didn't turn off. That's fine. Bring you on. Take you off. Take you off. Fantastic. Let's bring some lights on. All right, we'll power this sucker back, get her turned, then we'll get her get the rest of the configuration all done. Park brake is off. Reverser's engaged. Ready, hit it. Yeah. Power of physics. I will reverse this plane. The power back is oh so satisfying. Generally, most hookups for the ground equipment are on the left side of the aircraft, so you want to start the right first. Disconnect the equipment, then start the left. Somebody will always have the explanation for us. Thank you, Ernie. Daniel says that is cheating. I know. It's great, isn't it? All right. Pop the reversers back in. Pop the park brake. Flaps 15. Our CG is still at 0. Set the trim. As soon as the flaps come out, we'll set the V speeds, and we'll set the glare shield, and we'll get out of here. And breathe the departure. All right, 1, 2, 3. So our V2 is going to be, our V1 is going to be 144. V rotate is 146. V2 is 150. Means our climb out speed is going to be 165. We'll take our V2 plus 15. We're going to take off in toga mode. And playing around like sissies today. So Eeper. And then we will go to LNAV. And we will go to vertical speed is what we'll start with. Just to get us out of here. And the initial altitude takes us up to 17,000 feet. Okay, good there, good there, good there. Push that in. Our FMA is all set. Okay. What's a caution for? Flight recorder, parking brakes, that's fine. Let's do our flight control check. Right rudder is good. Left rudder is good. Left aileron is fantastic. So is the right aileron. Full back. Full forward. Steve 99, good to see you, man. Good to good to good. What is the best improvement in the new rotate update? I honestly have no idea. I actually haven't looked at the patch notes to see what all they fixed in this one versus what was in 1.3. We're just flying it. I think Crazy has done some look at it. I think Tyler's done some looking at it too. So like there's yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know any specific improvements that they made. We can look at the patch notes once we're up in the air. We'll do that. Okay, El Paso ground 121.9er. .9er, and El Paso Towers 18.3. 21.9er, 18.3, ready to go there. Let's grab the weather real quick. Do a brake check. Brakes are good. Okay, El Paso weather 1008, 10 mile visibility, scattered 10,000. Altimeter, or 34 Celsius, altimeter 3007. The winds have shifted, so I bet the runway's going to change on us. Well, El Paso ground, Delta 717's at the terminal with the weather.
Delta 717, Old El Paso ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Gulf Lima.
26 left, Gulf Lima, Delta 717. That's going to be down that way. I promise you that won't get old. Nope, not at all. The auto throttle's been improved, yes. I think they've changed the ways, like they've changed a lot of the auto throttle, but hello. There's a random camper right in the middle of the taxiway here. Okay. Arm that. Arm those. Off we go. Stone Car, good to see you, man. I am playing online. We're on the PilotEdge network. We are on the... No, I don't think you're sticking around. I don't have to look at that link to know that you're not going to make it here. Mark Doyle, welcome aboard. Was this the stream we overshot the runway? Yeah. That was the first flight where we overshot. This time I think we're good. But we'll see what happens. Welcome from Reddit. We got 9,000 feet to work with, and the density altitude is going to be a little bit lower.
Brickyard 5145, contact Denver Center 120.47.
We can do some quick calculations here. So the indicated altitude is 3910. And the barometric pressure is 3007. And the temperature is 31. So that gives us a density altitude of 6,400. So the density altitude is 1,400 feet less. It'll be close, but I think we'll make it off this time. It's not going to be a very sporty climb, and I'm actually a little bit concerned about the initial turn. Because it comes pretty fast. That's what she said. We can brief this departure, though, because I forgot to do that. Grab you.
Brickyard 51.
And pull you in right there. All right.
You can expect the LDA DME 2.
So on departure, we're going to fly to 4,462 feet, and we're going to make a left turn direct to the Arcade intersection. From there, we're going to go to Hikem above 9,000 feet. Categ above 11,000 feet, and then up from there. So I'm a little bit concerned about the left turn back to Arcade. We're gonna monitor that one pretty closely, because this MD-80s have a tendency, these Delta Wings have a tendency to, you know, fall out of the sky when you try to put them into a big turn like that. And we're already going to be the struggle bustle is going to be well in session trying to get us off the ground here. So we will see what happens. This should be eventful. I'm actually kind of glad we still got this runway. Oh yeah, and there's a mountain. Right, so as if going into Mexico isn't bad enough, there's a damn mountain right in front of us. Yeah, this will be fun. Uncooked Bacon, good to see you, man. You're here for flight number 2. El Paso up to Amarillo. JFK Ramp Rack, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. Mock Crit, good to see you.
Brickyard 5145, proceed direct Kremling. Descend and maintain 14,000, cleared LDA DME.
That is for flight, yep.
25 approach, and report inbound on the final approach course.
Oh. Watching my stream for in-flight entertainment at 35,000 feet, nice. Or real 35 or virtual 35?
5145 and one correction, cross Kremling at a maintain 14.
I almost want to go flaps 24 on this. I think that's what we're gonna do. Or flaps 28. Oh, I can't. Actually, we can't do that. So we'll stay flaps 15. We get no speeds if we go to 28. Okay, we'll go to tower 18.3, and then departure is 19.15. Lights. What's blinking at me here? Oh, yeah, throttle. I know the throttle's not on. The auto throttle's not on. The Combat Flight Sim's getting into commercial, these online servers. How many players are on light at once? Assuming ATCs are players too. Yeah, so this is a little bit different. So this is PilotEdge, and these are all the guys that are currently online. So every one of these red planes represents a person who's flying. And then there's there are paid controllers. They're paid virtual air traffic controllers that are giving us a service here. So PilotEdge. But there's also VATSIM, which does a similar thing for free all over the U.S. Old El Paso Tower, Delta 717, holding short 26 left.
Delta 717, Old El Paso Tower, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, wind 10088. Good luck.
Jeez. Clear for takeoff, 26 left, Delta 717. Winds 100. Yeah, okay, so we have freaking 6-knot tailwind. Yep. Yep. All right. Clear left. Or clear right. Clear to the left. Lights. Camera. Action. 2. 2. 2. There. Okay. We're going to use as much of this runway as we can. Practice our MD-80 short field techniques. As much of this runway as we can. And 26 left identified. Okay, we're going to smoke the brakes here. Like so. Power's up, engines are stable. Let's go toga. Wait for the power to come up full. We got thrust. Let go of the brakes. This was a really bad idea. Okay, power set. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. Actually, we might be okay this time. There's a whole taxiway that we can use at the end of this thing, so. Oh yeah, we're gonna use that taxiway. Uh-huh. Yep. Positive rate here. Here's the part where I'm a little bit concerned.
Delta 717, contact Old El Paso departure.
Old El Paso departure, Delta 717, we'll see it. Okay, let's get our autopilot on here. Nice, easy climb out of here. Nothing too fancy. As you can see, we are not climbing at a very high rate of speed. Departure Delta 717, 4,800 climbing left V3.
Delta 717, Old El Paso departure, radar contact.
And we're climbing for 17,717.
Roger.
Okay, let's bring the flaps in. Get some speed going here. Holy crap! She looks so majestic off in the distance with her high angle of high deck angle. Climbing on the depart. Yeah. Climbing. See, we're not doing too bad right now. We're supposed to be above 9,000 by Hikem. We'll see if that's actually the case. We might be all right.
Delta 717, lead restriction to Hikem.
Lead restriction to Hikem, Delta 717. Hi, Chase. Welcome aboard. Oh, yeah. We got 1,700 feet per minute going now, man. We got this down. Alright, let's do climb power. I should be able to give this thing to the. I should be able to give it to the FMS, shouldn't I? Oh, speed. VNav. Okay, that'll get us back to 250. VNav climb, nav track, up to 17,000 feet. FMS EPR. Let's see if we actually make the 9,000 restriction. It was close. It would be very close, but I think we would be okay. Holy crap. I should have given it the FMS at 500 feet. Yeah, I gave the so I gave the FMS lateral navigation, but I didn't give it vertical navigation at 500 feet because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to nose down and try to speed up in that climb. Kept a nice, easy 1,000 foot per minute climb as we were going out there. So 1,000 feet per minute, let it accelerate up to 250 knots, and then once we got to 250, I gave it to the FMS and let it do its thing. So there's 10,000 feet. Bring the lights off. Yeah, so I gave it to the LNAV as soon as I made the frequency change. I let it take over. And the VNAV, I usually don't give the plane VNAV until I get a little bit higher. Unless it's like the A320, I'm okay with giving it VNAV a little sooner because I know how it behaves. But I know that like even in the real MD-80, things get a little sketchy sometimes with this whole FM flight management system. So like I like to keep positive control until it makes sense not to. It's the same thing with the 737. Jeff Faviano always got upset with me because I wouldn't climb it in VNAV mode. I'm like, yeah, no, dude, I'm not climbing it in VNAV mode. I'm going to climb it myself. Got to be 18 to use PilotEdge. Yes. I would say give them an email if you disagree with that. iFlat P3D, welcome aboard. Vexen, welcome aboard. Chase says the stream never fails to make me laugh. Happy Sunday, Chase. Good to see you, man. We're not flying too badly. You know, we're not flying fantastically, but we're not flying terribly. Yeah, I mean, so they fixed the VNAV on this so that it'll nose itself down to a 500 feet per minute climb, and then it'll go from there. So this plane actually climbs the way that it should. But there's a lot of planes like the JAR A320 is a good example. Both the JAR Airbuses, where it goes all the way to a 0 feet per minute, it accelerates, and then it shoots itself back up. And that's not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to just arrest that climb rate, nice and easy, get the acceleration, and then ease it back into the climb as you get to 250 or 290 or whatever your climb speed happens to be. I mean, yeah, I mean it and we're not talking
17 contact Old Albuquerque Center 134.6. Good day.
Old Albuquerque Center 134.6 Delta 717. Center Delta 717, 13,400, climbing 17,000.
Delta 717 Albuquerque Center, climb maintained, flight level 310.
Level 310, Delta 717. We got some weather.
Brickyard 5145, Roger, radar services terminated, connect Eagle Tower.
310. Got some clouds up here ahead of us. We flying into poopy weather? Oh yeah. Nothing on the radar at the moment.
Brickyard 5145, Eagle Tower.
We'll certainly keep an eye on things though.
Land. The wind 340 at 7.
Outside temperatures +2, so we don't have to worry about anti-ice. Thankfully. If there's one thing that's going to kill our already abysmal climb performance, it's turning on the frickin' anti-ice. -1 Celsius. Oh boy. See how long we're stuck in this stuff. Oh man. I'm gonna have to do it. Yep, I gotta do it. Airfoil ice pressure abnormal.
Delta 717, clear direct panhandle.
Direct panhandle, Delta 717. Alright. I guess we can have the airfoil or we can have the engines, but we can't have both. Direct intersection, PNH, direct to execute. So we'll leave the airfoil on here for a second. We'll go back to the engines in a moment, just until we can clear some of these clouds. Because we are now below the freezing point of water. And ever so slowly climbing our way out of this crap. 29902. What is my favorite weather engine? I like X Enviro, but it's not working for me right now, so I'm using just the default stuff. X-Plane 11 does simulate icing off the default, weather. So the surefire way to kill your already abysmal climb performance is to get iced. And we're not talking Smirnoff ice. We're talking like icing. That would be bad. Wait, we have climb performance? I know, dude. Captain Kurt, yeah. Captain Kurt, the controller, is sitting in the Twitch chat here. He was playing along with the joke, having a good time with it for everybody. Trip Taker, good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday to you as well, sir. Hope you're doing well. How do you check fuel level in the Flight Factor 763? The fuel is on the overhead panel. There's a there are indicators that tell you how much gas you got. Alright, turn the anti-ice off here again. Because the weather's going to change and suddenly there's no clouds. Perfect. Close the cross bleeds, turn that guy off. Definitely can disable that. All these things we should have done. We were too busy being concerned about, you know, the plane. Does the sim replicate icing effects? Yeah, so what the sim will do is it will add it will add weight to your plane to simulate icing. So eventually you'll end up with an AO, like you'll eventually breach the critical AOA and you'll just stall the plane. Did the PE controller take advantage of the ATCS hiring window? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think he's studying. I think he's in college studying something else. There you go. There's your answer. No. Not interested. Foxtrot Oscar 19. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Sunday. So we were talking about rotate patch. People were asking what the changes are for the rotate patch. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, so we look for they have the changes listed here. Changelog.txt. There we go. Let's pull that one up. Updated engine performance predictions in X-Plane 11. So they basically got better engine handling for X-Plane 11 because X-Plane 11 changed a lot of stuff with the turbines. Updated exterior texture, so they added the PBR stuff. Auto throttle sub modes now functional. I have no idea what the sub modes for the auto throttle are, but they're functional now. Sound improvements. Oh yeah, the yoke will actually it'll actually respond to the autopilot servos, which I guess it didn't do before, but I always have the yoke off, so it doesn't matter. Command-based manipulators now support repeating while control is held. That's probably for a that's going to be for hardware stuff and also for Smart Copilot for shared cockpit. Commands for autopilot control requested by cockpit users. So these are for probably for home cockpit guys. Basic support of Smart Copilot. Corrected a bug in the VNAV descent profile calculation. Corrected a bug in throttle handle movement. Texture problems. Axis manipulators. Company route loading. I never use that anyway. Corrected a bug in. So there's a bunch of bug fixes. They added an IRS alignment time, which they didn't have before. And then some other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, like the major changes I think were the engine performance and the textures that they updated. So, like that's the stuff that's the meat of this, because it's only a 0.1 release. Like it's going from a major version to a minor version. But yeah, that's what you got out of this. So I think John was asking about it earlier. I have a feeling smeared off ice may also have an effect on climb performance. That could as well. It's a good observation. Lucinine, welcome, or Lunacine, welcome aboard. Good to see you. WBS, keep shh. Renna supporter 993, good to see you, man. Happy Sunday. It's our little secret at WBS. Finally caught me live instead of the VODs. Nice, dude. Yeah, usually the VOD goes live on Sunday, so it's a change for me to be doing this live. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty stoked to be here. I mean, I'm not stoked about the fact that I was, you know, the reason why I'm here is because I was sick on Friday. I had to skip the stream. But yeah, it's interesting. It's fun. It's fun streaming on a Sunday instead of the usual time. You got the usual group of people in here, and then maybe a few more. A lot of people streaming tonight too. I'm actually a little surprised. Like Bellins is live. Of course, he's doing CS:GO, so that's different. Dirk is live. John was going earlier. Aerosim Gaming is live. Sky Lounge is, well, Sky Lounge is always going. We got Edson tonight. Squirrel just finished up. We got a ton of people that are streaming. I actually expected it to be a little quieter on a Sunday, but I guess that's not quite true. I think we need an old El Paso emoji now. Ah, dude, that's a good idea. I'll add that to the list. Here's the list we got going on right now. Old El Paso. Some of these may or may not get used, but yeah. Still got a ways to go, though. The sub count fell down a little bit from where it was. I'm not complaining about that because like it's not a requirement or anything, but I still need like 65 subs before I get to the next tier for emotes. And Full Moon making the streamers come out. That's right, Val. Val, are you streaming later? This URL not found? Good to see you, man. Also a Scroll subscriber I see. Tim Boss 28. Hello from Boston. Hi. Good to see you, buddy. What about the end of the runway is approaching emoji? Yeah, no kidding. You get the like the little. You'd have like the little the runway sign for distance remaining. Just have it be 0. Just chilling today. All right, man. That's usually how I am on these Fridays, these Sundays. Like it took a lot of energy for me to decide that I wanted to stream today. I won't lie. Sundays are generally my like off and do absolutely nothing day.
Reach on.
Chase KLVK. Chase, thank you very much. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Appreciate it, man. Cheers. I'll see what we can do, man. I'll see what we can do. But yeah, so anyway, we got a week ahead of us. I don't even know what's going on this week. I think it's going to be should be a relatively quiet week, which would be nice because the last 2 months of my life have just been so busy. Can't even begin to describe to you like all the crap that we've had going on. But next weekend, my wife is out of town. She's going camping with a bunch of her friends, so it'll be in bachelor mode all weekend, which should be fun. Be busy about firing something up. This is flight number 2, and then yeah, I already mentioned, but I'm gonna go live on Wednesday evening. Do some No Man's Sky. Get a little variety in the channel here. Old El Paso is life. Dear God. Well, that's gonna be the name of the stream title for YouTube. Old El Paso is life. Steve says he's in bachelor mode, about to cook a huge steak. Oh, I could go for a good steak. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is another. It's a video game. It's basically a survival game. It's set loosely in space. Timo Boss asks, my pilot in real life. I'm a student pilot. 29.5 hours right now. I'm expecting to have my PPL by September. NASCAR 2007-01, good to see you, man. I am feeling much better, thank you. I still have to mute the thing here occasionally and give myself a nice cough, but I am feeling better. Handhandle, then direct. Is the Panhandle VOR over top?
Reach on.
No.
Reach on.
Panhandle VOR is right over top of Amarillo anyway, so. Yeah, we'll be there in about a half an hour. Ish. Ridiculous here for 6 months. I want to buy a Prime Sub auto renew option. Yeah, man, they'll never do that. Ridiculous, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate it. I started school in September to become a pilot myself. Nice, Hype City. Are you in the U.S. or are you somewhere else around the world? Sam Wheeler, good to see you, buddy. I'm doing better. It's been ups and downs this weekend, but today I'm doing much better. But yeah, the Prime auto renew option won't happen because every time you hit that, it costs Amazon $2.50, and they would rather you just didn't use it. They would rather you can link it, but they would rather you not use the Prime subscription because then they wouldn't have to spend the $2.50. R. Barbieri 2014. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. R. Barbieri. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, this plane's way overloaded, man. Working on a PPL as well. 1 hour and 172. It's a start, dude. Devlin 98. Welcome aboard.
International Airport.
Ramey is fine. I'll do my best. Thanks, Ramey.
And then as filed. Maintain 4000. Expect flight level 200 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 132.2. Squawk 5425.
2,000 feet to go. One of these days we'll make it to altitude. We're pretty much going to get up there just in time to come right back down. Actually, the top of descent its golf force is over Panhandle, so we'll have to do some descent calculations to get ourselves down there. What we could do is we can go set it so that Panhandle. So
and that's via Squaw Valley and then as filed.
Let's see here. Field elevation at Amarillo.
72 Gulf Freeback is correct. Hold for release. Advise on this frequency when you're ready for departure.
What is the elevation? $5,500 MSL is the pattern. So let's do this. So we're going to come down here and go to legs and Panhandle. We'll say not 10,000, but we'll say 6,000 feet at Panhandle. Execute that. So what that's going to do is that's going to give us... No, it's not going to give us anything. It's actually not... It literally gives us nothing. Like, I was hoping that it would give me a marker for top of descent, but whatever, it didn't. So we'll do that by... We'll have to calculate that by hand. Oh, man. I'm going to override the Mach here to Mach 7.75. No, let's do EPR limit. EPR climb.
Retard.
So we'll put ourselves in a climb at Mach 0.75. Get the speed down a little bit here. Try to get this sucker up to 31,000 because we'll have to start down almost immediately. Probably another 7 or 8 minutes. Will Pipes is here for 6 months. 6 months and counting. Keep up the great work. Will Pipes, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. Appreciate it, man. Timmy J, good to see you, buddy. You are a bit late. You're halfway through the second flight. But rest assured, we're here and we're going. We're just about to pop into default Sceneryville. Here's the difference. Photo reel, default. Photo reel, default. Gotta get that. I gotta get that fixed. Expand that scenery out a bit. We got 24 minutes to arrival. Is the 767 easy to fly? I mean, that's kind of a weird question. I guess. Like, it's still complex. Like, it's still kind of a complex aircraft, but it's easier than the Rotate, I would say. The Rotate's got a lot more kind of isms to it. Just because McDonnell Douglas is such a weird damn airplane. But yeah, I don't know. The 767 is an easier plane. I won't call it easy, but an easier plane. Follow the tutorials. It is very large. The plane. Well, the 767 is easy to learn, noob with checklists. Yeah, if you run through the checklist system, it's pretty good. Follow the tutorials and whatnot. Like, those are probably a good launching point. Like, those planes are a good launching point because they're not... Like, with the Airbuses, you have to learn kind of the Airbus way of doing things and understand the difference between managed and unmanaged. With the Boeings, it's kind of like, do the thing and don't complain, and it just does the thing. Don't knock the... Dude, I love the Mad Dog. This is one of my... This rotated MD-80 has always been one of my favorite planes to fly because it is so fiendishly complex. And it's just a... Like, it's just... It's tough. Like, there's a lot to this plane. All right, there's 31,000 feet. We're going to speed up to Mach 0.76. Start thinking about descents here pretty soon. We got to go down 26,000 feet. It's going to take us about 80 miles to do so. Can I do... Probably... I can do fix. No. The fix page is not there. Bummer.
Number 72 Gulf has released your departure at 2150
Tune into
Zulu.
Panhandle
Clearance
VOR.
avoided off by 2200 Zulu. If not off by 2200 Zulu, advise this frequency no later than 5 minutes after your void time with your
VOR.
intentions. Frequency change to advisory approved.
116.6. We'll tune into Panhandle VOR, and that'll give us a DME, which I guess I can also get from the top here.
You need to call the departure
Oh,
frequency.
it would give us a DME if it was coming in, but yeah, we're still 160 miles from so we got about 80 90 miles to go before we're top of descent. If that number hits, like by the time we get to 100 miles out, I'm gonna probably call and ask for descent instructions. Only gripe I have about the Airbus is needlessly complex systems. Yeah, but the thing is like once you get the Airbus systems programmed properly and you kind of understand the flow and everything, like it actually really makes sense. And it's a really like fulfilling plane to fly. Whereas the Airbus does a lot of the things that you're sort of bludgeoning the MD-80 and other Boeing products into doing. And like the flows in the Airbus make a lot more sense because it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As opposed to like to turn the APU on, you need to turn the battery on, and then you have to engage the start pump, one of the fuel tanks, turn the APU on. Once the APU comes on, turn the APU bleed on, which is there, and then come down here and turn the cross bleeds on, and then go back to the overhead panel, turn the packs on. Like, it's not as fluid of a process to kind of make everything happen in this plane as it is with the Airbus. But like they all have their redeeming qualities, and I'm very much looking forward to the Flight Factor Airbus. I think that'll be a really, really, really solid plane. ZH Drix, good to see you. Love the flow system for sure. Only took me 2 flights to figure everything out. Yeah, and the nice thing too is that once you figure out one Airbus, like you know all of them. Like they all fly exactly the same. All the modern Airbuses fly exactly the same. If you were to go back to like an A310, it might be a little bit of a different beast. Need some competition in the Airbuses. Yeah, well, you got Flight Factors coming out soon. You've got JAR. I think JAR is always going to be viable because they're going to kind of be the low price option, whereas Flight Factor is going to be a little bit more expensive, is my guess. As far as the Peter stuff, I'd recommend not with those. Like I've not had a good experience with them, but your mileage may vary. I hope they're going to change the dark contrail someday. Yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, I think people have made texture replacements for those. Ooh, that's loud. That's better. Oh, man, the PBR looks so good on that plane. Look at that. Oh! That's my screenshot right there, I think. Pardon me? Does the JAR fly like a brick in comparison to what it should be in the real world? I don't know. The real world pilots I know that fly the Airbus don't like the JAR, understandably so. But as somebody like me who's completely ignorant to it, I'll learn how to fly the simulation. I don't really care. So I have fun with it. What Airbuses are coming out? Ellis Warburton, good to see you. Flight Factor's going to release an A320 sometime soon. They've announced it. But yeah, they haven't given a date or anything. I know it's in beta. My cough drop wore off. Time for another one. Holy crap. Timmy J, it's in progress. Rest assured. I know they haven't really talked too much about it publicly, but I have sources who have confirmed that it's moving along. But I mean, yeah, there's there's good stuff on the horizon. Lots and lots and lots of good planes on the horizon. There's some other stuff that hasn't been there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been announced publicly yet, so I just found out a bunch of projects that are in flight today, which is pretty cool. And some of those projects can be really neat too. So there's definitely good stuff a coming. I do remember Matt saying something about an A380, yeah. 5 to 10 bugs being reported a day by the beta testers in closed beta. New update for the beta testers to run every day.
Receptive Gulf Oakland Center.
There you go.
Contact. Climb main.
JAR announced that they're making an A320 on their Facebook page a while back. And that doesn't surprise me at all, because the A320, like I said, or no, sorry, JAR announced they're making an A340. Which wouldn't surprise me a ton, because like I said, the systems between all Airbuses are basically the same. Yeah, looking for the Cub. Somebody go ask Aerosome Gaming where the Cub is. Don't actually do that. It might upset him. I know the story there, and it's unfortunate, but rest assured, it's coming at some point. He's live right now. We'll go say hi to Aerosome Gaming once we're done here. I imagine he'll be going for a while tonight. Slim WP, good to see you. Mouse pointer not working on the Edge browser while X-Plane application is running. Ooh, man, I have no idea on that one. Be interested in seeing the Flight Factor A320 since the last release. I think the quality of X-Plane 11 releases has improved markedly. Yeah, well, I mean, the 757 that they released was pretty damn good. Like, that was a really solid plane. Rotate's working on an MD-11, yep. Black Box has an A340. It's all right. Still a work in progress. And I think Aerosoft is working on a 340 as well. Or no, Aerosoft's doing a 330. See, Gutterman, we are, we're here. We're flying from El Paso up to Amarillo. And we're about 100 nautical miles out of Amarillo. So we'll be starting our descent here fairly soon. But yeah, we're in the southwestern part of the U.S. flying to some new PilotEdge airports.
717 to maintain flight level 240.
Flight level 240, Delta 717. All right, pop in here. And 240. 24,000. Very important in this plane. Push that button right there. We'll leave her in Mach 0.76. Our descent speed should be 273.
434 Echo Papa, Denver Center, squawk 1734, and ident.
So we'll go ahead and leave it at 290 knots for the descent here, and we'll go vertical speed and we'll start her down.
For 434 Echo Papa, did you file a flight plan?
So 1,500, we'll go for about 1,800 feet per minute. 290 knots indicated.
Roger, standby.
Down we go. The Edge browser is actually not too bad. Edge is pretty good. Are the maps that you're using showing your location on PE? If you want to see where I'm at on PilotEdge, you can go to maps.pilotedge.net. Or sorry, map.pilotedge.net. You go to that URL right there.
To the El Paso airport as filed.
And that will show you where I'm at as well as everybody else. So I'm the dude over here, flying up to Amarillo. And this was the path that we took coming out of there. Or this was the path that we took coming out of there. on the way in. This is us leaving. And you can see everybody else also that's flying on the network too. So yeah, map.pilotedge.net. I've heard black box is crap. Well, I don't really use P3D, so couldn't tell you. I was going to get into P3D version 4, and I probably still will at some point, but I just haven't had time for it. The maps that you're using show you... Oh, yeah, we already answered that one. So the map that I'm using shows my location on, like, where I'm at in terms of flying. Like, what I showed you was ForeFlight, the app there. And I use a program called Air Server to take ForeFlight and put it onto my streaming PC. And X-Plane is capable, out of the box, of sending location data out to all ForeFlight items on your home network. Have I heard of Infinite Flight? I have, but I don't know anything about it.
Go ahead.
I'm aware the PMDG is great. My issue is not with the planes, it's with all the scenery and crap you got to go through to make it look good. X-Plane's been a lot easier for me to get set up and configured.
982 Charlie Alpha, I'll give you an instruction after.
Granted, this stuff is not fantastic at all, but I can fix this by generating ortho scenery out here, which is what I'll do.
982 Charlie Alpha, I'm going to put you on an arrival into Reno. The looks like you started out down in Albuquerque. The controller down there probably cleared you as filed, just because he doesn't know the airspace up here. So Oakland Center will get you on an arrival into Reno, which is what's going to happen right now. So I'll have an amendment for you shortly. Alright, I'll be back with you in about 1 or 2 minutes before you hit Coaldale.
There's a guy flying from Prescott to Reno in a Kodiak at 185 knots. Holy crap, dude. That is a long flight. That is a super long flight in that plane. Oh, somebody asked if 737 was good. Okay, I got you. Do not have an iPad for ForeFlight. It's a pain in the ass to make everything look good. Yes, it is. KLB1, good to see it. It's crazy expensive to set up. Once it's set up, it's really nice, though. That it is. Well, part of it for me, too, is that I have connections with most of the X-Plane developers. So I have a lot of incentive to stay with X-Plane, just based on the connections that I've made and kind of the community that I've built up here, too.
717, contact center on 124.32 to send and maintain 11,000.
11,000, 2432, Delta 717. 2432 and 11,000. Go back to vertical speed mode. Kick that nose down. About 2,000 feet per minute. We'll go 1,800 feet per minute. Center Delta 717, level 238, descending for 11,000.
Delta 717, Albuquerque Center, roger. The Amarillo altimeter tree 007.
07. Why is the plane accelerating? One of life's great mysteries. Oh, we're in Mach mode still. Whoops. Holy crap. I'm like, why is the plane getting to be so fast here? Right, because we're still in Mach mode. Uh-huh. Hope you all stay on X-Plane 11. Yeah, I mean, I'll dabble in P3D. I don't have any reason not to, but as far as like the focus of my time, there's so much stuff to cover in 11 that I don't see a whole lot of incentive to go spend a ton of time on P3D. That a guy from P3D at Flight Sim Con becoming more consumer friendly. I don't know. That was a little weird. for a non-consumer focused person to be at a consumer focused show, but you know, whatever. Like I imagine at some point we'll take a look at Flight Sim World too. Plain Stupid, good to see you. Nice name.
November 982 Charlie.
Pichu
Alpha,
Dezu,
York,
welcome
climb
aboard.
maintain 16,000.
Super consumer friendly when you close your eyes and accept the EULA for P3D. Aha. Dom 2146, good to see you. Yeah, I don't expect P3D will have any releases coming up for X-Plane 11 in the near future. They're working on the they're working on the DC6 for FSX. I mean, it makes sense that they would drop support for P3D 1 through 3. Like P3D version 4 is definitely the way forward because of the whole 64-bit thing. Like they can ultimately do so much more. It's still kind of a lipstick on a pig thing when you get down to it, because it's still running the same base engine. But the 64 bits definitely provides an advantage that hasn't been present. Whose voice do I hear on ATC? That'd be Chase.
Number 72 Gulf, descend via the Windsor 2 arrival.
Fussels, welcome
delete
aboard. Good to see you.
at Bamboo, the Oakland altimeter 299 tree, and contact NorCal 12.
Happy Sunday, guys.
Action, remain with me.
It's good to see y'all.
November 72 Gulf, descend
Okay,
via
we got some
Windsor
clouds
2,
coming up
accept
here,
delete
and we're
restriction
looking at
Bamboo, and the Oakland altimeter 299.
-9 Celsius, so we're going to pop the anti-ice on. We got a problem, though. We have a problem. Because I don't have enough pressure to run the anti-ice system. Okay. So if we want to do that, then the auto throttle's got to come off.
Autopilot.
Not the autopilot, the auto throttle. How much juice do I need to run the anti-ice? I could depressurize the plane, and that would let me run the anti-ice. Okay.
Delta 717, contact New Amarillo approach 119.5. Good day.
New Amarillo approach woman. Say again for that frequency, 717.
119.5.
19.5, Delta 717. Was not expecting that one. Sorry, guys. Try not to keep clearing my throat here. Crank the anti-ice off. Let's go back to the auto throttle. And let's grab the weather. This icing stuff's got me a little concerned, won't lie. Amarillo weather 330 at 4. Timoff is about a clear skies, 35 Celsius, it's 3005. It got hotter up here. Amarillo approach, Delta 717, 15,300, descending 11,000 with the Amarillo weather.
Delta 717, Amarillo approach. Altimeter 3005. You can expect the visual approach to 22 unless you'd like a different runway.
Stand by 717. Let's see what we got for arrivals coming in here.
You could take the short one if you want to test your luck at runway length again.
I think I'd love to, 717.
Delta 717, that's just what I wanted to hear. Expect the visual approach, runway 31.
Visual for 31, Delta 717.
Delta 717, fly heading 060 instead of maintain 5,000.
060 5000, Delta 717. Okay. 060 5000. And we need to bring the speed back. 240. While that's coming back, we'll bring the nose up here. About 800 feet per minute as we descend through. Lights. That's the field over there. This is a 7,900 foot runway, 150 feet wide. It's actually a pretty long runway by you know, all things considered. It shouldn't actually be that difficult for us to land here. It's not that much shorter than the one we just took off out of, and the field elevation is 3,600 feet. So it's almost exactly the same as what we took off out of. I will say, God help us the day that Chase figures out how to push failures. All right, slowly but surely, we are on our way down. That is the field over there. We're still stupidly high, too. Because of all that time I spent in Mach mode, probably.
We're 434, Echo Papa, contact Albuquerque Center, 134.6.
Cabin, prepare for landing. That's right. Seatbelts on. You can turn one pack on or set the bleed to high. Are we not on high bleed? Where do you set the bleed to high? Is that something that you can actually set for each one of the engines?
Albuquerque Center, Roger. Altimeter at...
Admittedly,
Paso,
my knowledge is maybe not that great.
Descend via the Wasco 1 arrival.
Cooperfish, this will be the last one tonight. I gotta go spend some time with my wife. Alright, as soon as we get to 240, we can start bringing flaps out. Actually, we can bring our slats out now. That'll help a little bit, start getting some drag going. So we'll just keep that nose up. We'll try to get these flaps out so we can get some drag. Pull my speed brake a bit here. Ooh, listen to that rumble. Yeah, rumble. Oh, yeah, right. Yep, okay. Can't do both. So that's where we're going. That guy right there. Is there an ILS or something I can tune into? Let's see. AMA. No. It's a TACAN. That ain't gonna do me any good, though.
Delta 717, turn right heading 320, right turn.
320 right turn, Delta 717. Oh yeah. 1,500 feet per minute dive, right turn. This is exactly what you want to have as a passenger. Yep, this has got to be super comfortable. Spiraling descent here. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, bring the speed down to 210. Continue around to 320. That certainly helped us lose some altitude. Inner ref, approach, index, approach. And we're going to be 138 knots, so 40/138. And the winds were 3304, so there's no wind correction to worry about there. Tower, we'll get ready to go. Tower's going to be 18.3. As soon as we turn ourselves around here, we should get the field. There I have the
Level
field.
717, the Amarillo Airport, 12 o'clock. 12 to 1 o'clock, 900 miles reported.
Uh-oh. Field in sight, Delta 717.
Delta 717, cleared visual approach, runway tree 1, contact tower.
Clear visual approach 3-1, contact tower, Delta 717.
Autopilot. Landing gear.
Amarillo Tower, Delta 717, visual 3-1.
Delta 717, Amarillo Tower, good afternoon. Runway tree 1, cleared to land. Wind tree 30 at 4. And if you'd like a challenge, you can try to exit on Mike or Lima.
Okay, 3-1 cleared to land, and we'll see if we can get Mike, 717. Auto brake full.
Got about
Speed brake armed.
3,000 feet for Mike.
717 noted. Okay, speed we're looking for is 138. Okay, I got 4 whites. This one might be a little firm. The controller has issued us a challenge.
1,000.
Man, the controls get all mushy on this thing. Okay, there's a glide path. Good time to have to cough. Alright, final approach, 3 down, gear down 3 green, flaps are down, indicated, speed brakes armed, auto brake is armed.
400.
Holy crap, this thing is mushy as all hell.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Fire right engine. Fire left engine. Fire right engine. Fire left engine. Fire right engine.
Roll the trucks. I thought I had all that stuff turned off. Did not expect that to happen.
Disconnected.
At all. Hey, the good news is, Chase, we stopped before Mike.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Monkey Balls, impeccable timing on my part. Keep up the awesome streams time. Monkey Balls, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. We made Mike, though. In fact, we almost made November. Well, that plane, I was struggling with it, man. I was basically coming in like way too slow. Like the thing felt so heavy. And then I went over that, I think I went over that body of water or something, and it just sank. Like right here, I was having problems keeping altitude, so I gave it some speed. Like I thought this looked pretty good, but then here I cut the throttles. I cut the throttles right there, and then I should have flare, and the gear just collapsed. It'll buff out, yeah. Actually, I honestly did not intend to do that. Like, my intention was basically to hit the numbers and have a nice, easy landing, and then not do that. One more. Like, it looked pretty good. I should have given it more flare and more power right there. And when I cut the power, that was it. That's where I signed my death warrant. That's the word I'm looking for. I suppose it wouldn't be a good MD-80 if it didn't crash, right? Well, that happened. I hit tail first. Did I? Did I tail strike it? One more. Did I tail strike it? No, I didn't tail strike. It was close, but I didn't tail strike. The gear collapsed. All right, folks. Well, I guess that's one way to end the stream. We've got the permanent sound of that. Just turn that down. I feel like that should be the picture. That should probably be the picture right there, shouldn't it? That pretty much sums the day up right there. Yep. All right, guys. I want to thank you very much for joining me tonight. Today, whatever. It's been a blast. It happens, you know. It happens. Chase, thanks for issuing the challenge. And guys, thanks for sticking around. So we're gonna go say hi to Aerosim Gaming. I think he's still live. Let's see here. Yeah, Aerosim's still going. So we'll go say hi to Aerosim. And I hope you guys have a great night, have a great weekend, and we'll see you Wednesday. So toodles. Where's the music? Have a good night, guys.